storm.
Yeah, it's not Eric. It's thunderstorming here too. Although I look at the radar, it's not the same storm. But
oh, really?
You know, some of them are like really huge. They're just a big crescent shape.
Yeah.
I'm surprised this one is so small. But...
It will be eventually.
Oh,
Yeah. Front.
Everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games,
Oh.
writer of words, recorder of videos, and a tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live-streamed Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition online role-playing adventures. I'm joined, as always, by my good friends Chris, playing the Noir detective Yuan, T Inquisitive Rogue, Divination Wizard Mannix.
Hello.
Heather, playing the Dark Death Dealer, Half-Drow Assassin Rogue Kaless.
Hello.
No. Rochelle not joining us this evening, playing the Deepwater Diva Triton Bard of Whispers Gillian. Raymond playing the heedlessly brave Turtle Battlemaster Fighter Rogue George.
let's see whose power goes out first.
And Psychic, I know. Well, if it's mine, we're in deep shit because I gotta.
Yeah.
And Reese
We'll
playing
all
the
know it if Eric
metal-laced Mighty Morphin Hill Dwarf Druid of the Moon Theron.
Hello.
Yeah, I'll have to scramble because unfortunately the way YouTube works, I have to redo a whole new event and all that crap, and it's very annoying. We stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday evening. You can watch all of our D&D live series as well as reviews and Let's Plays on my YouTube page. Read weekly session recaps at roguewatson.com and watch my behind-the-scenes No Players Allowed live series Crafting Annihilation on Thursday mornings. You can follow me on Twitter at roguewatson. Join our official Discord discussion group. Invite link in the description below. If you'd like to support the channel, please check out patreon.com/roguewatson. Shoutouts to platinum patrons Andrew, Richard, Joe, Will, Tiny Dancer, Nick, Andy, Chris, Alberto, and Manuel. And gold patrons RPG Papercrafts, Charming Grenade, Pretty Boy, Numa, Marcos, Dade, Vicente, Gilberto, Sean, AK, Cert2B, Adam, Ted Lizard, Lion, Sam, Ross, Olympus Buds, and Jerome. Thank you all very much for your support. Shoutouts to new patron Manuel. I just saw you. I saw you literally while I was grilling burgers outside. He moved in right next to me now. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net. For video chat, we use Discord. And for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. It is about to thunderstorm outside, so hopefully we maintain status quo right now. Everybody cross your fingers, whatever you got. Previously on Tomb of Annihilation, after George shoved aside an iron guillotine, the party crawled their way into the southwestern portion of the third level of the Tomb of the Nine Gods. In the west, Mannix used his frog statue to find the strange drum-shaped room, which was deactivated thanks to Kless assassinating the watchful Tomb Guardian earlier. In the south, George used the giant snake from Moa's staff as a living bridge to reach a balcony overlooking a vast dark chasm. The party was anxious about a nearby lever, pulling it only after everyone went through a secret door to the west. A screaming wind echoed through the chamber, distressing George's flying monkey and sending Mannix's owl familiar tumbling into the void. Later, Mannix would cast Deafen to avoid the madness-inducing wind and prepared to leap across the newly appearing floating platforms, but George offered his flying monkey for the task. By using Deafen on it, the monkey was able to fly across and snatch the two crystal eyes from a demonic statue. The secret door led to a room with two statues surrounding a pit. The pit was protected by an invisible force field and held a clay statue with a key and a treasure chest. The party recalled a clue: right the gods. They realized by turning the statues they could teleport creatures in and out of the pit, including the nasty clay golem. With some quick timing, they were able to snatch the key, and George used his invisible powers and teleporting cloak to open the chest and make it in and out with another crystal eye. Beyond the pit room lie the massive eye door with smaller indentations, but they were still missing one crystal eye. Remembering they had fled the northwestern area when chasing Yaka the Skull, the party returned to complete Kubazan's shrine, and then Mannix braved through the horror curtains in the final room, received a nasty bite from a magical boar's head, and located the final crystal eye. Now the party returns to the large stone door, crystal eyes in hand. That's where we find ourselves.
Indeed.
Whoops. I just clicked too fast and opened a different map. Allow me to summon you forth.
Can't go forward right now.
All right, so I kind of
You already
montaged.
montaged us back to. Okay.
I did. You all can technically. I mean, yeah, I put you back here, but obviously there was nothing.
We knew we were done with it. We had explored everything else, right?
Right. Yeah. You took a little once over around everywhere and generally saw that you'd done everything except obviously go down the stairs deeper.
Right. All right, so we have all of the eyes we need for the final room here. When's the last time we short rested?
You are probably due for one. I don't think you did it all last session. I think it was between last session and the session before then. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys short rested, yeah, before you did all of this. So you are welcome to do another short rest if you wish.
Let's chill out here for a second. I'm not too bad HP wise, but I'm looking at Kalessa's health bar going, whatever's in that last room, I don't like to murder our assassin.
Oh, that would be fine. Yes, I would like a short rest.
Okay.
I apparently have 3 hit dice.
I am running out of hit dice. Yeah.
No, I'm about to use all 3 of them, and
Yeah.
then I'm
I
out.
will sing my song of rest.
Go ahead.
Hear it.
In Allosaurus form.
It's terrifying.
Get a D8.
Mm-hmm.
I will take that.
Hit dice.
3. All right, that's the end of it.
I had 2 hit dice left. Yeah, this is.
Gillian.
Ain't no rest for the wicked. You all have been very, very wicked.
It's so wicked. All right.
2/3.
Yeah, I am about the same.
Better than I was.
I'm doing great, guys.
Great. I believe I've already used my arcane recovery. Yeah, I have. I should put that as a thing.
I think Thaddeus is going to
All right.
go hide in your shell again, George.
We also have that magic bottle. 3 wish type things, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Indeed.
Just a reminder on that.
Okay.
Because
Gillian's got
items.
Right. Yeah, what items does she have that might come in handy?
So it'd be a good time to review all of your inventory.
What does a Pearl of Power do?
+1.
That I think that's one lets you recover a spell slot, right?
Okay.
Pearl of Power. Yeah, you can regain an expended spell slot up to 3rd level once per long rest.
Alright. I assume she hasn't done that in a while. Click.
Mhm.
She's ever done it.
Yeah, I don't recall.
Who knows?
To be fair, y'all haven't been in a situation where you have to go really push yourselves between long rests too much either. Too often in this campaign. Since the early levels of the jungle crawl.
Yeah.
I would like to take a moment just before we get into the next fight, because I'm sure there's another one coming. I apparently have 4 jars of serpent venom.
Oh.
I don't remember how I got them, but I do know I have to use an action to put it on my blade. So I want to go ahead and drop one of those jars of serpent venom on my big fancy knife. I do have the words and things for it, but
I need the
I
words.
apparently didn't make it like a weapon button. Hang on.
Pretty sure that came from the snake people temple, probably.
Yeah.
Like their weapons or something. Yeah.
Coat those blades.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use one of them to coat my blade in serpent venom.
All right. Are we as prepared as we're going to be for whatever's behind this big door?
Yeah.
I will, as we're long resting too, I will also, just because I have the symbol up already, I'll recast Detect Magic.
Okay.
I'll also do that.
But in a better way.
A better version of Detect Magic.
More druidy way.
My God, hon, you should have saved that photo so we could have shown it to Reese. Because now I want to kind of try to cross stitch it so I can
Well,
send it
it
to him.
was as a druid, my right to bear arms, and of course it had the bear, is inalienable.
Yeah.
It's unalienable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Perfect.
It was a little cross stitch thing. I was like, I
It
could
was
do
sort of
that.
cross stitched it and like put it in a frame.
It's a lot of effort.
Yeah. But cute.
I had a cross stitch. I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to the room.
Ooh, it's windy out there.
Mm-hmm. Getting stormy. How ominous. So before you is a large stone door with a pretty large eye. Appears to be closed, everything made out of stone, with those indentations surrounding it, exactly in the shape of what a normal eye would be. And as soon as you approach and you can take out those crystal eyes, you probably all have some, or I don't know if you pulled them together or what. But when you take them out, before you even, when you get like within 5 or 10 feet of the door, they literally start vibrating and like shooting up from your hand, and they just start flinging themselves like little missiles at the door and embedding themselves in certain spots automatically, and they start creating this little nice rainbow pattern of, there's a pink one and a green one and a purple one and a translucent diamond and all these things. And as they start filling this door, this large closed stone eye begins to open, and it just opens like incrementally, and you can hear this kind of grinding sound. And as each eye fills up, this eye opens more and more, and inside it's still just a stone eyeball, but it's just and then finally, as the 10th one slots in there, the eye is fully open, and then the entire door begins to grind upward.
Right.
I'm just going to roll this new blade thing with the venom on it to make sure I did it right.
And the door reveals... Oh, yeah, go ahead. With venom.
Okay.
She's back there stabbing things ready.
That's right.
It reveals a domed, candlelit room, and you stare up there, and it looks like it might be 50 feet high. Polished marble floor so perfectly reflective that it creates the illusion of standing at the entrance to a sphere. 9 alcoves filled with glittering treasure open up along the walls. In one of the alcoves toward the back, you can see the blasted remains of one of those odd walking skeleton keys that you found on the first 2 levels. In the middle of the chamber, a large spherical object hovers under a black silk drape about 20 feet above the floor.
What's next to the silk drape?
In one of the alcoves toward the back, you can see the blasted remains of one of those odd walking skeleton keys
Okay.
You just see like the head, but you can recognize it even from here
Gotcha.
because this is a very well lit room.
All right, I will very carefully take a step inside.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw as you step onto this. What you now see is a extremely smooth, polished floor, almost like ice. It's like
Did you
stepping
not
onto
hear
a.
he was doing it carefully?
He is very carefully. How well? Let's find out how carefully that actually was.
All right.
Let the dice decide. But this stuff, it literally,
dexterity.
it has the same feeling as stepping into like a skating rink.
That looks pretty carefully to me.
That's very careful. Yeah, you hold your footing, but you can tell. You take a couple steps. You're like, okay, feels very slippery.
Do I have anything for this situation?
Take a step onto the slick floor and like, man, I could have been blasted any time.
That's right.
Get your ice skating skills on.
Yeah, I will inform everyone that it is. Does it seem like ice, or does it just seem like just smooth stone? Or
I mean, it seems like ice, but it is not ice. It just appears to be marble, like a marble floor. But it is just perfectly smooth and reflective to where it gives off the. First of all, it's almost like a still lake or something with the reflection. But it gives off that feeling of like ice slipperiness.
Is it not magical?
The floor is not detecting any magic. No.
we can cover this entire floor in a thin sheen of water that I can walk on it like normal with my ring of water walking.
That's weird.
That's my solution. Okay. Yeah, I will inform everyone that they need to be careful when they come in here. Seems a little slippery.
I'll get my skate on.
Ooh, I know. You know what? Since I'm literally never going to use these outside of this dungeon, because I don't know when we're going to be outside this dungeon again, I am going to take my best of useful items, and I'm going to pull, I don't know if it's their patches or just they come out of a pocket, but a little wooden shape comes out of one of the pockets, and he puts it on the ground, and a 12-foot long wooden rowboat is going to form on this slick surface. 12 feet long, holds 2 medium creatures. I have 2 of those.
A river to get out of here?
Well, hope not.
HU surface. Summons a rowboat. 12 feet long. Which is what? Slightly bigger than this.
Yeah.
All right. You have a rowboat.
And I will place myself inside of said rowboat.
Place. That is the most awkward way to say of getting on a boat. Place myself inside. Like a coffin. Take me now, magical polished surface floor.
And I'll ask who wants to get my rowboat. I'm going to row across this slick floor.
I was going to say, how are you going to actually power this boat?
It's so slick. I should just be able to, actually row.
What are your oars going to row against?
Don't ask questions that I don't know the answers to.
Papa Zoto's like, just get in here.
Get in, yeah.
Command you. It's a great idea. He's just back there massaging your shoulders. You're doing good, son.
Good stuff.
All right.
I'm
Yona's going to step
skating
up.
across the floor.
Without stepping into the room, push the rowboat.
There you go. That'll propel me.
Just start gently pushing it.
Just give it a good shove.
Yeah. See how far it. That's how I'll navigate this robot. I'll just push off of walls and have it go in the opposite direction.
Whee! Just slides like a little skip.
I slide until I hit a wall.
Ow!
I don't think this robot is probably designed like to actually go on floors. However, it's probably got like that little nice V shape and everything going on. So when you
I guess I was imagining like not a canoe. Well, rowboats don't have those. Those are canoes.
well, and
rowboats
I'm not
do have
picturing a
flat
canoe,
bottoms.
but I mean they still. I guess it depends on the boat.
I'm googling rowboats.
Yeah, that's true. We need to learn something tonight.
Oh boy.
What does the bottom look like?
Plus is gonna.
Either way, I know you don't
Plus
have
is
wheels
gonna
on
find
that
her
thing.
inner child.
No, it's
Yeah.
just
Well, if it's an
Yeah.
amphibious rowboat, you don't know.
I did not specify. Transforming rowboat. Although I do like the visual of you gliding across this thing in a boat.
Rowboat bottoms.
Rowboat bottoms. Google that. God, I hope that's a sex thing so much. And this destroys your Google search.
Are you looking for rowboat bottoms? We got the websites for you. There is literally there are types of rowboat bottoms, and one of them is a flat bottom.
I want to know all about these types. Stop everything.
There's a specific type of rowboat called a flat bottom rowboat.
Are any of them juicy?
The juiciest flat bottom rowboats.
Excellent. That's exactly where I thought this evening was going to go. We talked about this in Crafting Annihilation, this exact situation.
I prepared for this.
I feel so unoriginal. Oh man.
Yeah. So I mean, it's up to your discretion, I suppose. They do
All right.
exist.
I like the thought of you gliding across.
Uncontrollably.
Yeah, it's pretty uncontrollable because you could probably put an oar out, but it's just gonna.
Yeah.
You do find yourself.
I like to think since he has two of them, one is the V-shaped bottom and one is the flat bottom one.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's two different types of
Thankfully, you
robots.
got the right one. Yeah. Man, that vest does have useful items.
That's right.
All right, the rest of you see Mannix gliding effortlessly. Well, not effortlessly. Theron did give him a shove across
Right.
the polished.
Gillian did.
Gillian. Okay.
One could argue I'm floating
and-
uncontrollably.
About halfway through, Mannix realizes he's headed towards one side. I guess it's a sphere, but a wall of. Anyway, the wall is covered in the purple mold, and you are rocketing towards it right now.
Oh.
Oh shit!
All
Alright. I see this, and I'll actually cast Grasping Vine.
Do you still have the Vine staff attuned, or do you have that spell normally?
I don't have that attuned, but I have a level 4 spell slot.
Ah.
Well, that was Theron doing that.
Conjure a vine that sprouts from the ground in an unoccupied space of your choice that you see within range. You can use the vine to lash out at a creature within 30 feet of you. You can see the creature must succeed on a dex saving throw, be pulled 20 feet directly toward the vine. Nice. So you're going to literally...
So not me, but the robot.
The rowboat?
Yes. I'll put it in the middle of the room and lash out at the rowboat before it hits the wall.
Okay.
Some control system we're devising for this robot. It's
Yeah.
pulled by different vines in different directions.
This vine sprouts out of the bottom. It looks really out of place and weird because the whole surface was just perfectly like smooth, reflective. All of a sudden, this vine just magically emerges out of there, wraps itself around the rowboat, and yanks it more towards the middle. At the same time, you hear a hideous, mocking laughter, Mannix, as you get pulled kind of closer to this floating spherical object.
Yeah, I'm doing my best here.
And it just echoes throughout. It just echoes throughout this domed chamber. And the voice says, "You ugly creatures! have unlocked the sanctum of Belcours the Beautiful, Belcours the Magnificent, Belcours the Unseen. Belcours has witnessed your pitiful triumphs and delightful terrors, and studied your feeble tactics. As you ruined Belcour's lovely lair, now you will have the honor of dying at the hands of Belcours himself.
Is he referring to himself as
Okay.
themselves?
Mm-hmm. He speaks in third person.
Okay.
By the way, Celeste has just been sitting at the entrance, like just gliding on the
Yeah.
soft surface. Like she's in her childhood at this point.
Theron, in your mind, Obolaka does the equivalent of just pissing herself, just like
Ooh.
completely scared out of her mind. You see the black drape over this spherical object seem to move on its own. And Mannix, you're still not detecting any magic within. What's the range on that?
30 feet.
Yeah, you're not detecting any magic around you. And even when the black drape is removed, you still don't detect magic, which is odd, because when it drops to the floor, it reveals a rough iron sphere, again, floating 20 feet off the ground. And you all feel a tingling sensation kind of whooshing through the air like an electric current as you feel the metal pieces of your armor, weapons, and gear begin to pull toward this giant magnet.
Uh-oh.
It's not good.
The sphere itself is the magnet?
That is what you are realizing
Feeling.
right now. I need to get athletics checks. I guess. Oh man, you guys didn't really step in this room, did you? Mannix and Celeste.
How about acrobatics?
I'm gonna dance away from the magnet. You need to just try to
Yeah.
hold on athletics just to stand your ground. What kind of armor are you guys wearing?
Oh, leather.
I'm definitely not
leather.
Not metal.
Okay.
Where's my armor? I think it's studded.
How many metal feelings do you have?
Yeah.
Mine's studded leather armor.
Okay. You guys are still covered in metal stuff, like in terms of weapons and everything. But since you're not wearing metal armor, I'm going to give you advantage on this athletics check.
Okay. Advantage.
I mean, it depends on what kind of a magnet we're talking about here, and its polarity and how much pull it has, depending on.
No, we already
the
looked up
amount
our
of
one thing
metal.
for the night. We don't need to look up anything
Right.
else. Mannix, use that.
I mean, is this a neodymium magnet?
Yeah.
Because then we're talking. But if this is just like a regular Earth magnet, then we have like quadruple
powered
advantage.
magnets from that
Oh.
600 grand movie.
I can't.
Oh God.
I can't learn any new information tonight. I've already done it. All I learned was there are two types of rowboats, I think.
Yep.
Athletics, right?
Yes, please.
Oh shit. I'm pretty sure I used my inspiration last time, so.
Yep. Kless, you feel your body tug and you fly up into this magnet and stick to it like glue.
Cool.
In the back. Shunk, like literally clunk. Your full body against it.
Technically, no, because again, I'm wearing leather armor. It would be like me holding on to like the scabbard of my sword. Which is
Weapons.
Yeah, you're right. Like there's certain pieces are like basically like attached to you there. Yeah. You take 9 damage as this thing is, as I mentioned, floating 20 feet up in the air. So you take a little trajectory and go hurtling up next to it.
Remember the conversation we had before we started the game tonight?
About not killing you? How delightful. So Kaless is currently attached. Manix, you've got a vine wrapped around your boat, but you have withstood its effects. The rest of you are kind of peering into the door. I'm actually going to go ahead and put you guys into initiative order as you continue to hear that voice taunting, echoing all around you. And you still haven't seen anything other than this sphere.
Whoops, I did not have my token clicked. Mine is supposed to be 16.3.
As far as I can tell, this magnet is not actually magical. It's just a magnet.
You think it should be magical. Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Arcana.
You don't know what the fuck's going on. You're like, why isn't my detect magic going off?
All right.
All right, we got everybody in there. Looks like Gillian gets the first chance. So, Kaless, you are currently restrained while you are attached to this thing. But if you wanted to like let go of your weapons and stuff and fall to the ground, I would let that happen.
And take the 2d6 falling damage again? No.
You are
I
20
want to
feet in
keep
the
my
air.
weapons and fall to the ground. I want to keep my weapons and fall to the ground.
Were you saying earlier there was some movement back there?
The only thing that you've seen is the blasted remains of one of those skeleton keys, and it is certainly not moving.
Okay.
You still have not seen anything. You heard that voice, but you haven't seen anything in
Does
this
it sound
room.
like it's coming from anywhere?
You give me a perception check.
Okay.
It is all around you, just echoing off these walls.
Fantastic. All right. Gillian will cast Fairy Fire. Towards the area of the skeleton key.
Okay.
Sort of like the back edge, back corner will be hitting the skeleton key, and the rest of it will be in the rest of the room.
Okay, so 20-foot cube, does that literally just mean 20 feet total, or is that 40 foot? Because that's a radius, right?
I think it's 20 by 20.
Yeah.
Okay. 5, 10, 15. Okay, so you can cover like pretty much the northeastern corner.
Mhm.
Okay. It is
Do a quadrant search.
Yeah, it's not even a quadrant, because you look into this thing and this domed ceiling looks at least 50 feet high. But with a 20, and if it's only 20 by 20 by 20 on each side, then you can basically pick a spot somewhere.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
8 quadrants, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. It's more quadrants than that with 20. Okay, you fire it off there, and nothing seems to light up or make any saves or anything like that, but it does like kind of light up. It does the equivalent of like lighting up an area to where you think if you had hit the right spot, you would definitely be able to see at least something. Even if it hit or didn't, it would be able to, at least give off a momentary visual effect. But you don't see anything in that area, so you're. This is the game of Battleship now.
That's her turn.
Okay. Mr. Mannix.
Mannix is gonna feel all the stuff pulling on his body and look at Kaless up there on that ball. And even though it's not working right, he should be able to see magic. He does think there's got to be something magical going on here. So he is going to. He's going to tell Kaless, brace yourself, and he's going to attempt to cast Dispel Magic on the ball.
Okay. Mr. Mannix, I am your your intuition is not far off. However, you
Make a death
feel
saving throw.
you you feel as you cast this that you have to make a concentrated effort. You have to make an additional skill check.
Strong.
Yes, you sense strong magic here. Even though it's not giving off any magic, which tells you, even though you failed your Arcana check, this is there is magic out there that can mask detect magic.
Well, that sucks. What good am I?
You brought knife to an automatic fight.
My whole life is a lie.
So I need a whatever your spell casting ability, which I think is intelligence for you.
Yeah.
So I need an intelligence check.
Check.
Yeah, and you're not sure what the DC is, but obviously it would seem like it'd be pretty difficult.
What did I roll there?
That's a 6th level spell that you would be able to do.
Yeah.
10 plus the spell's level.
10 plus spells level. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what happens.
All right. You cast the spell and you feel a sudden surge of magic, but you kind of concentrate, sweat, beads of sweat coming off your face, and you feel something snap, and all of a sudden this magnet suddenly dulls and just becomes a big gray, very heavy ball. And two things happen. The first, you immediately feel that pulling sensation stop. That has completely ceased. The second thing that happened is the ball, 20 feet in the air, drops to the ground. Kaless, why don't you give me a... you know what?
Hang on, I would like to try some Kaless bullshit here. So, because he did
Acrobatics,
warn
please.
me, to brace myself.
Give you an acrobatics check.
I was about to give you an acrobatics check.
Can we say, like, my feet were pressed, I was ready to jump and duck and roll and somersault and...
And normally when you were restrained, you would have disadvantage. However, you literally became unrestrained at the same second that it starts falling to the ground. So you can give me a regular acrobatics check to dodge out of the way of this falling 20 pounds. Or not 20 pounds, sorry, 20 feet in the air. It looks like it weighs hundreds of pounds.
Bullshit? Okay. Poof.
All right, yep. You dance.
That's a 4.
I rolled a 4. I got a 4.
I mean, this is why she's always begging me to roll acrobatics check.
Yeah.
You finally got your
It's very
chance.
hard for me to fail them.
Yep. So yeah, you dance out of the way as this sphere comes crashing down. Mannix, you have to kind of rocket your boat out of the way because just splinters of it come down, and the entire floor, when it hits the floor, it seems to send a shock wave, and splintering cracks appear all along the floor, even seeming to destroy the weird, like, slippery distortion effect it had on there.
Oh.
And you hear this voice saying, "No, you ugly, hideous creatures!" And Mannix, you see out of the corner of your eye, an eye stalk emerge from the purple wall. And why don't you give me a D10 roll, please?
Oh no! I've anchored the ice dots. 3.
All right. I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw, please, as a beam shoots out of that eye stalk at you.
I do have advantage on wisdom saving throws.
All
Papa
right.
is
Papa's not
Good
afraid.
at those.
Papa don't preach.
All right.
All right, you stand. You feel a howling, scaring, frightening effect wash over you, but you stand firm. And Papa puts his big, meaty paws on your shoulders and flexes them. Hey, I got this, son.
You ain't scared, boy.
Now get your minions in here to throw themselves in front of you. I talk like a pirate now, by the way. There's a lot you don't know about me.
Papa can be whatever he wants to be.
That's right.
Papa don't preach.
Except a preacher. Glad we got that together. All right, Celeste, you find yourself newly unrestrained, no longer on the ground.
Okay.
Try
And we
put
still don't know where Captain Voice is coming from, right?
No, you haven't seen anything. All you've done, the only thing you've heard the voice, and then you saw an eye beam
Okay.
from the wall, or an eye stalk come out of the wall and shoot at Mannix.
And then Gillian put her fairy fire like back up in here, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just grid
Yeah,
this shit
darkened it.
because I need something to hit.
We have to hit something eventually.
So, so when we hear the voice, does it sound like it's close, or does it sound like a cacophony, like it's just filling the whole chamber? Like, can I try like to pinpoint?
Only there was a skill that was designed to.
Is it acrobatics?
God damn it. I did kind of walk into that one.
I like to do flips until I run into this thing.
Give me a perception
What about
check,
sleight of
please.
hand or stealth?
I'm gonna snatch the right sound out of the air
Yeah. Can I stealth it and
very
like
delicately.
perception? You said?
Perception.
I don't know. Shit.
Man,
Okay.
you guys,
Uh,
it is just
Yeah.
echoing off the walls.
We're kind of rocking the other stuff. Like,
You
we're
are.
making some solid rolls, but we can't find
Yeah.
this thing for the life of us.
All right, so I want to think over here. I will cast my fairy fire over in this general side. See what I can find.
Okay, what general height would you like to put it at?
So 20-foot cube. Can assume this thing is probably at least 5 feet tall. You know, most medium-sized characters are. How tall did you say the room was? Like 50 feet?
50 feet, yeah. It's a 50 feet domed dome.
It's a dome.
20-foot cube, so 20 foot. We will put it up. I want the bottom of the cube to be 6 feet off the ground. So the top of the cube would hit at 26 feet.
In the northwest corner.
Yeah.
You point your fairy fire in that direction. You blast a cube. You can see everything kind of sparkle, and you don't see anything that it would have even tried to hit.
You'll just hear Celeste start screaming, "Come out, you coward."
Belcourt the Unseen! You'll never find Belcourt.
Belcor, the freaking pussy.
You see an eye stalk emerge out of a purple, out of the purple wall.
Insulted.
Celeste, give me a D10, please.
I don't want to. I've pissed it off.
Celeste, you see a eye ray stare, but an eye stalk swivel over and look at you. But instead of shooting a beam at you, it has like pulses of like those rings of energy, and they kind of go towards you to try to envelop you. I need a strength saving throw, please.
Shit.
Acrobatics?
I mean, well, for a saving throw, I totally want Dex. Like, let's. Like, can I like flip flop out of it?
Strength
With Dex?
saving throw, please.
I've seen this episode of Mario where you can just jump over the rings.
Yes.
Shit.
9.
Damn it! I'm fucking these up real bad.
Celeste,
I think he did something.
You
He messed.
you feel these rings envelop you and bind you, kind of wrap around you, and then you hear a giggling sound as you are lifted up into the air, up and
Again?
up and up. And you look down and you find yourself bound in place, wiggling about 30 feet in the air.
You're still just gonna hear her screaming, "Coward! Can't fight fair."
Could I
What are you,
perhaps try to
child?
see if, well, when the giggling voice was lifting her into the air, did it sound at all to me like the voice was coming like next to her, like there was something physically lifting her?
What you saw was that the eye stalk out of the wall seemed to actually shoot the eye beam that did that.
Oh, I meant like the actual lifting, but I guess you mean the
Sorry,
beams
that was
themselves
part
were
of the
doing
effect.
lifting?
Yeah, that was actually part of the whole
Okay.
effect. Yeah, it restrained her
Gotcha.
and then lifted her up all in one motion.
Great.
But you can see that she is still hanging up in the air.
I'm out of dispel magic, Celeste. You're on your own.
Insult him until he tries to drop me.
Mhm.
Right.
Just go the other way. Just enrage him so far. Mr. George. A lot of things have happened already in this room.
I know. It's trying to feed a baby.
The hardest
So-
thing of all.
Real fast, why didn't you dispel?
Wow, I'm out now. That was my level 4 spell.
Did you just use that?
Yep, level 3 spell. Yeah, I just used it to demagnetize the ball.
Okay.
Which that
Don't
turned
worry,
off.
Celeste. I'll have you fall again.
We're just gonna keep dropping balls all night long.
You want an acrobatics check? Well, you're gonna get him.
Over and over.
I'm ready.
So to recap,
I'll land like a cat.
there's a voice taunting the whole group.
There is a voice taunting
Yes.
the whole group.
And he's calling himself the Unseen, and he's
Well,
full of shenanigans.
pardon me, Gillian. Will you allow me to pass?
Okay.
Pardon me, Darren. Will you allow me to pass?
Okay. Wait, damn it.
So close.
George walks in the middle of the room.
And you find that the once polished ice-like room has now been rendered not so much, since the iron sphere fell and cracked the floor all up.
Oh.
Do I see anything with my bandana?
You look around, yeah. 30. You do a sweeping look of 30 feet in every direction, and you see nothing. But as I mentioned, the ceiling.
The room is taller than 30 feet high.
Yes, the room is taller than 30
Okay, so if it's domed,
Yep.
Here's some math for you. This is what
Oh.
we really need for shuffle.
No, I don't
Hello.
want to do this. I don't want to
Let
do
me-
math. You say we're playing Dungeons and
That
Dragons. You said
means-
nothing about math.
Sit back and
It's
listen
like
to this.
geometry. That
Oh,
means
God, that's
that,
even
that
worse.
we're at presumably the midsection of the sphere.
Oh Lord.
Mm-hmm.
30 feet
I love
above
that.
us, the sphere should be considerably narrower than it is where on the area that we are, right?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Just logistically.
You're not
Like-
incorrect.
like a
No, you're not
dome?
incorrect.
I don't. Yeah, like a dome,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
But there's 20 feet of space at the top. But how wide across would that space be?
I don't.
This is the geometry I'm asking.
Well,
If-
what part of the top?
If I guess at the 20, we're 30 feet above us. Since George can see everything within 30 feet, if it's 50 feet across here at ground level, how long across is it at 30 feet above us?
I don't know, probably like 2/3.
I mean, he didn't say it was a perfect sphere.
I didn't say it was a perfect sphere. I just said it was a dome. So it could still be a cylinder with just a hat on top.
I suppose.
Like an archway.
Yeah.
Anyway, how?
Like you walked into like Epcot, the ball of Epcot or something, just a giant.
Right.
circle.
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining. Is the
Anyway, so this metal sphere is embedded in the ground. How high is the top of the sphere? Like, can I climb it? Can I jump it? What?
You could climb on top of it. It's like sunk into the. Okay, it's about as big as you are. 6 feet in diameter.
Oh,
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
it?
actually used too big of a graphic here, didn't I?
it's like the middle circle and that little structure in the middle.
Yeah, it's more like that size. I went too big. Yeah, 6 feet in diameter. So I mean, it's partially embedded in the ground. So I mean, you could get a couple feet if you got on top of it.
and Celeste is about 30 feet in the air.
Celeste is restrained 30 feet in the air. Looks like she's bound by some kind of magical beams.
I've moved. All right, Celeste, you gotta trust me on this one. As a bonus action,
Go eyebrow
turn
just
my-
go up.
just trust me. On my bonus action, I turn my thorn blade into a whip, and I whip at Celeste's foot, minimizing the damage that is possibly done.
How do you do that exactly?
I don't know.
Nice.
Go for a toe or something. I just go for her ankle. Isn't there the thing where you can pull back your damage or something?
You can.
If you kill them, yeah.
If you kill them, you can render them unconscious instead of dead. I think that's the only rule.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
Do your
if-
offhand
so to
attack.
do
Doesn't that have less damage or something?
Attack with my
Or does it
withering.
not for you?
We'll see what happens. I'll just thorn whip her ankle, please. You allow that?
That's up to Celeste. However, she's restrained, so you would have advantage.
He don't need no advantage.
But well, Celeste,
Wait,
if you see him doing this,
Clap?
I'm just saying if you see him doing this, you can choose to let him whip you with the thorn whip, or if you want to try to dodge it, then you go get your armor class.
Anyway,
I'll let him do it.
now, 2 questions.
Huh?
I can jump a distance of 3 plus my strength modifier,
Mhm.
correct? Which is a 7. I can jump 7 feet. I don't actually know. I don't think.
Well, let me see if this changes your thought process. When you do that, you get a good like grappling hook lift on there. You don't magically pull her down. You just get your whip up there and like, oh, I could just fucking climb this or whatever you want to do.
Right. Yeah, I just did my action. I don't have any more movement though. It took me 30 feet to get here.
Mm.
So this will be a
Just
kind of like
rest on
mid.
top of you,
So instead of pulling her 10 feet towards me, I pull myself 10 feet towards her. So I am up 10 feet.
Man, we need to use
Grappling
minis.
hook,
For this is hard to do with a top-down thing, isn't it? All right.
That's all I can do is I can get 10 feet into the air with my thorn whip,
Mhm.
which means I can see 10 feet higher. I'm looking up.
Mm.
That's all I can do on my turn right now.
Gotcha.
So if he is 40 feet from the ground, I see him.
Okay. You yeah, George, now that you are 10 feet higher, have whipped Celeste and climbed up there and are now hanging awkwardly below her, you can see the bottom, probably the bottom half of a large circular creature, and you could probably see this giant jaw full of razor sharp teeth and a few extra like eye stalks coming out of it, hovering. Let's see, that would be about 40 feet up in the air to the northwest is what you can see.
So wouldn't I be able to see this too then?
He's invisible.
Because I'm 30 feet in the air?
Yeah, you still don't see
He's
anything.
invisible.
George can see.
Okay.
Yeah, George can see invisibility. And George, you can tell it's invisible. You just see its weird, like...
And can I see the ceiling yet or not yet?
Not yet, because you're at 40 feet, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you can quite see the ceiling yet.
So George looks up, and what's this guy's name again?
They referred to himself as Belcorge.
He looks up and is like, Belcor, I still cannot see your entirety. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Hideous turtle tries to look upon my beautiful countenance. And you see a eye stalk emerge from the purple mold. George, give me a D10, please.
He's just hanging there. He's got nowhere to run.
George, I need a Constitution saving throw as you see the eye stare at you. Instead of a beam, it just locks eyes with you and starts to like vibrate.
Oh, look at that.
All right, you see a shot come out of that thing and pass over you, and you feel a tingling sensation, but you are able to easily shake it off, even though you are hanging, like just hanging on a rope right now. All right, Mr. Theron.
George, were you planning on doing anything else at this point?
That's
Like next turn?
if I could bring him. I don't know. I have to get closer.
Okay. Try to dispel
Couldn't you,
whatever's
yell?
holding Coalesce.
Oh,
Well, couldn't you, have George, have yelled down and said, "It's up here," and like pointed?
well. I guess.
Could I do it?
You're right. Well, I was afraid that he would run away, but
Oh.
what can Darren do? I was just trying to decide if it was worth telling everybody yet or not yet. Since
Right.
well, okay, fine. If you ask me, I'll tell you where he is. How about that?
Okay.
If you need to know where he is right now, you just ask, and George has to tell the truth.
George does have to tell the truth. That's very true.
Alright. Theron is going to cast Dispel Magic on holding Coalesce.
Wait, Uncle S?
That's what I said I was going to do.
Tried to warn you.
That's why I was going to see if you wanted to do anything while you were hanging there, if you had any plans.
Let's try and get a little closer to him somehow, but I don't have a good plan yet.
Okay, well, I'm going to cast it then.
Okay.
We'll figure out a plan out.
The problem is you're asking George what he's going to do next turn, and that's...
I assume Coalesce doesn't want to be in the air any longer.
Bound.
You would be correct,
We have
sir.
a general sense of where he's at now, so that's better than we had
Yeah.
before.
Okay. Cast a check or something.
Actual rules for this one for Dispel Magic.
It's only if it's magical effect, but if you're dispelling an actual like spell, then it's based on spell level.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you dispel the effects around her, and that obviously creates some interesting predicaments because, Celeste, you were restrained and are 30 feet in the air, and now, once again, that effect is...
Now, I will use my vine, which is still up, to lash at Celeste to sort of brace her fall.
Oh, look
Oh.
at that. That's
George is
kinda
on his
cool.
own.
The bonus
George is
action.
only 10 feet.
Yeah, George will land nimbly.
Okay, and I think since you're doing that, I don't think anybody's seen Grasping Vine used against an ally before, and we've already
So
used it
many
twice. Yeah. So I assume, Celeste, again, you can just kind of let that happen as a willing creature.
Yeah.
If you want to fall and let this vine catch you and gently take you to the ground.
I'll command it not to do damage. I
Yeah.
don't think it does damage.
Yeah, I think it just grabs. George, you can give me an
Handsy.
acrobatics check to avoid taking a little bit of damage as you fall a good 10 feet down.
It's only 10 feet.
It is only 10 feet. If you give me just any kind of good acrobatics, you won't take any damage. George
Wait,
lands and does a 3-point superhero stance, and that whip just goes. You hear a voice go, "Hot damn, that was cool."
George says, he's up there.
Alright.
40 feet up in the air. And he points exactly where Belcor is.
Yeah, and you guys can't see it, but it is next on the initiative order. I rolled lower than all of you.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah. So you're beginning to realize that wasn't, those eye stalks weren't even its turn. That was just some other
Bonus
effect going
stocks.
on. Bonus stocks, yeah. So now it hovers. So George, you did see it, but now it's its turn. You're not quite sure how far this thing can move. But George, you did see it, and given everything that you guys have seen, you can probably make a guess about what you all are fighting at this point. And if you want,
beholder?
you can
An eye stalker.
an eye stalker. that's the we don't have the license to use
Right.
beholders. So it's an eye stalker. Somebody can roll Arcana or Nature if you'd like to figure out what you know about this thing.
All right, let's see what I can.
Shouldn't roll
Bring it
either of
up.
those things. I have a -3.
Yeah.
Well, if everyone else is doing it.
Even a
Yeah,
broken
everyone
clock
else
is
is
right
doing
twice
it.
a day.
That's right. We've all got like plus. Oh boy, -3. You weren't getting.
No, I'm not. No.
You've never been in nature before this trip.
No, my internet's bad.
Yeah, Mannix and George, you know that beholders are generally pretty strong. They generally consider themselves a superior species, race. They think everybody is, ugly and terrible compared to them. They have they treat everything else as just food or minions or slaves. There's not going to be any like bargaining or anything unless you're just going to offer up your lives. And yeah, you know that they have eye attacks that can do all kinds of different magical effects. Like, just all kinds. Some of them are super bad. Well, they're all bad, but as you've already seen, some of them can lift you up in the air and all of that. And obviously, you are aware that they can fly. You don't think they can fly very far. They hover. You don't know anything about beholders that are invisible, though, or whatever's going on here.
Hmm.
So you're not quite sure what that's all about. So, we'll get to that in a second. So you guys can't see anything, but some more eye beams are coming out. Who hasn't rolled a d10 for an eye beam yet? You won't be targeted. I'm just gonna have you roll that'll tell me which beam I get, and then I'll decide who to target depending on what beam I get.
They're already
the
doing
three
that.
of us have, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Mannix and
No, Mannix got one. Yeah. Give me a D10 then, Mr.
Yeah.
Theron. I have to do it this way, otherwise people are gonna be like, "No, I'm not gonna roll. I don't want to get shot."
Right?
All right. Let's see who is. Let's shoot Theron with this one because he was the last one to jack with something. Theron, or no, that's not a good one for you. Let's do.
He gets to decide and then pick a target?
Well, I'm letting you
There's
guys
the
pick the
boulder.
eye, and then I'm gonna pick the target.
Ah,
Well, I mean, it's random dice is picking the eye, but you know.
right.
All right, let's shoot George. George, you see, and this time you see it from up in the air, a beam shoot down. But this one looks like it's got like a lullaby to it, and it's like soothing and nice. I need a wisdom saving throw from you, George.
It's a spell.
It is a magical effect.
you should have picked me for this one.
You also
Is it
are
wisdom?
pretty sure, yes, please, that beholders are intelligent enough. And if you recall, this one did mention that he's been watching you all, and you all recall those eye stalks coming out of the purple mold in the walls.
Yeah, I've been nice to those eye stalks, man.
George, would you like to use inspiration? Do you have any inspiration?
Yes. I have inspiration.
You don't have to use it, but
So I roll. I'll use it. Do I roll just one time regular?
yes. All right, you feel that effects begin to wash over you, but you shake your head and get the dulling malaise away from what was about to affect you. And it seems to be very angry. Let's let you roll a d10 next, and we'll see who's going to get the next target.
Boy.
Okay. You can't see it, but you see another beam, and you say, "Oh, stupid turtle! You won't go to sleep. You'll go to stone." And give me a dexterity saving throw this time. It's also a magical effect. As you see a beam come towards you. It looks like a solid granite coloring.
I clicked it. I think there it goes.
There you go.
Yes, I wanted a
Oh.
crit.
Wow, look at this.
If you roll a natural 20 and the spell is 7th level or lower, you can use your reaction to reflect the spell back on the caster.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
That's the first time that's come up.
With
It is.
using the original spellcaster statistics.
So many times it's the first time it's worked.
All right, so now it
So
has
it
to.
has to make a dex
Try
save
for
using its own DC.
Yeah. You
which
pull.
appears to be
George
like a 16
pulls
or
out-
something.
His shell sword, he sees his beam coming at him, and he just somehow deflects it right back. Same
George,
angle.
not today, Satan. Oh man.
Should have put in a clause in there about having to see the target to reflect it.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Indeed.
What are the odds?
Yeah, what are
Yeah.
the odds of that happening?
That's exactly what he was thinking when he originally made it. He's like, this'll never happen.
Okay. So it has to roll a save against its own save.
Mm-hmm.
I need
I have a feeling beholders are not very dexy.
to get right about that. I'm going to use the hidden saves. You can't see all the different numbers I'm going to have to go up against. All right, so that's Dex.
Just roll it for everybody.
And his DC.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, I'm gonna
Fortin
laugh
died,
when this
yeah.
thing turns itself to fucking stone. Chris Portendar?
I don't have any. I have none.
Damn it!
All right, it does
Yeah.
make the success, and you feel it very worried about that. Who hasn't rolled a d10 yet?
Gillian.
All right, Theron, give me another roll then. This time you feel like this beholder does not want to target George anymore. Number 10. All right, this time it's going to point towards Mannix getting away from George and shoot a beam that just has howling skulls in it, blood red beam. But Mannix, this one,
Death beam.
possibly, is actually a dex save.
Dexterity saving throw. Nope. And I believe I used my initiative, didn't I, earlier?
Used what?
Your reaction?
Did I use my initiative or my inspiration? Sorry. Initiative. I feel like I did. I don't remember.
I haven't used it this
Nope,
game
used
yet.
inspiration.
No? Alright. I'll give it a shot. I'll try that again.
I think you were thinking about using it, but you had got it right
Oh,
the
that's
first time.
right. I was yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
16? Is that better?
You are very happy to have that inspiration, Mr. Mannix, as that beam looks like it was about to rip you apart, but then you deftly dodge out of the way at the last second, and it huffs in somewhere above you. You can see these beams raiming down, still from pretty high up in the ceiling.
Rowboat.
The rowboat has saved me.
See Mannix going like this, trying to roll
That's
away.
right. Go, rowboat, go. Although the floor is not slick anymore, so the rowboat's just
That's true.
a big piece of on the floor.
Just get under it.
Yeah.
All right, that appears to be the end of its turn. However, before it stops, you see this large cone emerge from the top of somewhere above you, and it fires down like a spot, like a searchlight, and it fires down kind of at an angle at the towards the entrance here. And when it hits you, Theron, and Gillian would feel this. You feel yourselves completely cut off from magic. It's like being
Oh, no.
it's like being underwater or something. Kind of looks something like that. It's a gigantic beam, like a searchlight coming out from above.
Okay.
You said it's only the guys at the doorway, Theron and Gillian.
Yeah, it's kind of covered. Yeah, it's really hard to do this in 3-dimensional. Do like a cone coming down, but
Like it's hitting the ground. Like
yeah, I don't know how to triangulate that, but it's probably covering like. Oops, I just grabbed it. A few areas beyond that. And you also feel any like magical items you have, like all those things rendered inert.
Shit.
You'll recall that the those of you that rolled well enough on the check recall that a beholder's central eye can project an anti-magic cone.
Hmm. Do we know if that cone is stationary?
Sure, I'll find out in a minute.
You're guessing whatever it looks at,
Okay.
but you would know that its other eyes can attack in any direction.
Yeah. Okay.
But that was its turn, so now it's back up to Gillian.
All right. Going to move into the room now. Here. Does she feel non-magical still?
There she feels the magic coming back to her. It's like coming up for air.
Okay. She'll cast Fairy Fire again at the area where that beam is coming from, sort of right below it.
Okay.
Center.
Yeah. Hard to stay invisible while he's projecting cones of light at us.
Yeah, and you're able to pinpoint that a lot better now that he's fired a lot of rays and beams, and you can kind of guesstimate. And sure enough, you catch him on one of those. Let's see, that is a Dex save. What is the DC for that?
15.
Pull off another miraculous Dex save. Nope. All right, so you light it up, and for the first time you can see it still invisible, but now glowing with an outline. So it looks like a kind of video game version of like cloaking, I think. Where it's like,
like
yeah, where it's like lit up in that way. But it's got a kind of cool effect. I'm gonna go ahead and slap that token on there so you can see it.
Purple eye boy.
Yeah, and it is looking something like that.
What the holder?
That's what that is.
And you are able to
Knew that.
bathe it in a glow. Which is... So here's the weird thing. You noticed after it attacked, it was still invisible.
Right. Which is not how invisible normally works.
It's not how normal invisibility
Right.
works, correct. So it's still invisible, but it's now lit up. So I would... And normally invisibility has disadvantage if you know where they are. So I would roll right now that the advantage from the fairy fire just cancels out the disadvantage.
Okay.
Put that on the fairy
Good.
fire.
He has behold visibility.
It is concentration, though. And that... a bunch of the eye stalks seem to swivel towards Gillian.
Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, is my grasping vine wink out of existence then?
That's a good question. It turns... That's actually a really good question. I'm not sure about that. Because it turns off all magical effects in the field, but I don't know if it deconcentrates people that have a spell outside of the field. I honestly don't know the answer to that.
Okay. I don't know how much it matters, but...
Yeah, I don't know either. It turns off things
Okay.
inside the field. I don't know if it turns off your concentration on something. I guess if you're cut off from magic, then it would make sense that it would. But I'm not sure of the ruling on that. Maybe there's a Jeremy Crawford
I'm
tweet.
positive. Jeremy Crawford says that was easy five.
Nice.
Anti-magic field has no effect on concentration. If it did, the description would say so.
Okay.
Wow, that was kind of a snarky, right?
got all defensive about it. All right.
I'm tired of answering this damn question.
Maybe that's
Fair
what it
enough.
is. It's just,
Like, fine, we should have included that in the damn manual.
yep.
So no, apparently we're still concentrating.
I thought I already had this here.
All right.
All right, was that the end of Gillian's turn?
It is.
All right, why don't you roll a d10 for her as you see an eye stalk immediately pop out and aim at her.
Oh, we just made her target number one.
Target number
Exactly.
one. From Gillian, I need a wisdom saving throw as you see this eye stalk kind of do a little dance. And like you hear like a little jingling sound, like
Boom.
You motherfuckers and your saves, you're no fun. I swear to God.
Oh, so good.
Ah, these stupid saves.
+0.
All
Just
my excellent
straight
descriptions
17.
go to waste. That eye stalk looks so sad and just like very dejectedly goes back into the mold.
The dancing stop just dance back around.
It's that awkward, like, okay, we're not doing this. I'm going over here.
Yeah, it just like retreats backwards behind the head.
Mr. Mannix. Actually, do we want to go on? Do we want to go on? I should have done this when we started the round. Should we go on break and come back?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, we're at the top of the round, except we just gone through Gillian, so we're at Mannix. So why don't we take a 10-minute break, and we will come back and resume with
Eric,
Yes, sir.
while we're on break, restart Discord for us. Your audio got real bad at some point.
Oh,
It's
crap.
I've
It's
no.
you about it like 3 times, and
I-
you just
Okay, I will do that.
He's got enough screens. Yeah, restart Discord. It's got that like robotic, it's been going. I don't know.
Okay.
Something.
It's gotten glitchy.
It's got better. It started off like that for me, but it got better.
Oh.
I don't know what to think
goes
now.
it goes in and out. Like it goes in and out. It's real bad.
All right. Go on break. Come back.
Yep.
Testing, testing, testing. How do I sound?
A-okay.
All right. We are better, and we're back.
Wait, no, you're not.
Oh, there it went.
Yeah, you sounded good for that first thing you said. Now,
Uh-oh.
say some more stuff.
Testing, testing again. More stuff.
Yeah, it goes in and out.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's, I don't know.
The viewers probably can't hear it because you're recording
Yeah, it's on
your
my
actual
end.
mic.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I've noticed I'm skipping frames. I don't know if it's because we're storming outside or what's going on, but it has
Yeah.
not been the best connection issues tonight. So unfortunately, I don't know if there's a way I can resolve that. But
No big.
It's about to
hopefully
get
everybody can
real
hear me okay.
nasty.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
All right. Well, I got to hurry up and kill you guys. So, Mr. Mannix, why don't you take it? We are in round dose.
All right. Do I?
Do you?
Do I
Have
think
to ask.
if because my gut instinct says that what I should do is shove Gillian underneath my rowboat and turn the rowboat over because she's the only reason that we can see this thing in the sky. And I literally have I am Mannix's spellbook is the most selfish spellbook. I was going through it, going like, "Do I have anything that can help anyone other than me?"
Are you about to reach a character arc like epiphany?
Oh, this is still self-preservation because she's the only reason we can see the thing in the sky. Yeah. So if she'll
Are you
let
gonna get
me,
in the boat with her?
that's not a bad idea.
At least you're always
Does
still
fit too.
preserving yourself.
Sure. If she'll let me, I want to usher her over to the rowboat and attempt to
Usher
cover her with the rowboat as some sort of protection from beholder rays.
What is it worth to you? Wait, to me.
Listen, the two of us, Gillian, I think we know our place. We're not going to do the most damage to this thing up in the sky.
This is correct.
Our best service to the party would be to hide out, let your spell do its work, and let our damage dealers do their thing.
And then we'll loot their magic items when they're dead.
Right.
This is how you say acceptable.
Gillian, I don't know. You sound real weird, but okay.
I will let you, as an action, go over, grab Gillian, and flip over the rowboat and hide underneath it.
Okay. I would like to hide us underneath my rowboat.
All right.
Do not get too close to me.
It's not a huge rowboat, but I'll do my best.
Wait, when did Gillian turn Russian?
Just now.
We'll see what she is the next time I have to talk.
All right. You
I
hide
don't think
underneath.
I have any bonus actions to spell wise. All my stuff is pretty well. Action. Yeah, that's it.
All right. The rest of you see Mannix and Gillian duck underneath the overturned rowboat in the middle of the beholder layer. Which takes us to Colette.
Well, he's 40 feet in the air, and I don't see any way that I can get up there, right? There's no, like, stepping blocks that go around in a circle that I could shimmy up and...
Acrobatic.
You don't see any obvious means.
Because, I mean, I really want to jump on the top of the beholder and hold the eye stalks and try to, like, stab it, but...
That's worked in the past. Almost like this creature doesn't want to be anywhere near you.
Well, you know what sucks for it is I just slowly and methodically tuck my dagger away, and I just pull out my new shiny Wand of Wonder.
Oh,
right.
boy.
Right.
At the beholder. And we're just gonna see what happens.
I have no idea what's going to happen.
Me either. This is what's fun. Come on, fireball. Ooh, 11. What is 11?
Show me 11.
Oh, no!
What is it like? Oh no!
You're stunned, believing something awesome just happened. All right, you have to describe what awesome thing just happens. This goes well with Colette's low intelligence, though, I feel like. She just sees something amazing.
Colette sees herself pointing the Wand of Wonder at the beholder, and just like these arcing rays of fire and lightning are coming out and filling the top of the dome, and just like you can see like the beholder's skeleton from the lightning bolts and then the steam coming off. She thinks it's the coolest thing she has ever done.
Fantasy.
And she's just like, I tried, you guys. I tried.
Well,
It could have been good.
for that
It could've
description,
been.
and because you thought something awesome happened, you will earn inspiration as a consolation prize. Because you feel inspired from what you thought just happened.
Oh yeah, no, she's like, in her head, she's like, this is the coolest fucking thing ever. When this is finished, everyone's gonna be like, hey, you're so great. Oh, Colette, we love you. Yeah.
Just got a whole
It's all
montage
the
of like
things that run in her head.
post-battle sequences.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
It's like that
Yep.
Star Trek episode. She lives a whole life.
Yeah.
At the end of it. None of this
She
was
wakes
real.
up
You were
None of
realized-
it happened.
Yep. Yep. So she's. That's it. That's my turn. That was fun. I'm glad I did that, you guys.
All right, Mr. George. You see it just kind of laughing.
George is standing next to Celeste and just waiting his turn. Just kind of keeps turning his head, looking at Celeste. Says she's just holding her wand.
Just
Celeste, are you having a stroke? What's happening? Celeste. Remind me, where's the beholder now? Is he still 40 feet in the air?
It's 40.
Like-
He's still 40 feet in the air,
Okay.
but you can see him because Gillian lit him up with fairy fire. So he's still invisible, but he's got like a glow around him.
Okay. Let me think what I can do.
So the fairy fire
So-
advantage is negating his invisible disadvantage right now,
Mhm.
obviously making him targetable.
Let me look up one thing real quick. Let's see. This doesn't tell me. Huh? All right. Oh, where did they go? Okay, George is gonna climb on top of the sphere, and then he's gonna throw his staff of the python down and say the word Moa.
Okay, just like at the ground in front of
Giant constrictor, please. Right in front of me. On the sphere.
you. Okay,
Thank
a
you.
gigantic snake unfurls itself from the sphere.
I was like imagining that it is the cartoon snake from.
It is absolutely the cartoon
We're
snake,
probably-
yeah. It's a lawful, good, kindly snake. Well, actually, that snake isn't, though, is it?
He is not.
Yeah,
He is lawful though.
that's true.
Now, he gets his own initiative, so is that a 1d20 plus dex? Is that right?
Oh, yes.
I don't-
Well,
I don't- Cast in combat before.
sorry, yeah. He is a +2.
I'm just
You want to do 1d20 +2 is his initiative. Or let me just. Or yeah, you roll it and then I'll click the button to make sure his token's on there.
Okay.
All right, so he's got an 8. Let's give him an 8.
So that was my action. And I mentally command the snake. That's it. That is George's turn.
What are you gonna command it?
You don't want to wait until it's his turn to find out?
Oh, okay, that is true. Okay, he does get his own turn. Okay. I await with bated breath. Okay. At the end of that turn, an eye stalk pops out of the purple mold. George, give me a D10, please. As a eye stalk targets you've seen this one before. The enveloping beams, but it's a strength saving throw. George is a son of a bitch about strength.
Now, is this a spell, a magical effect?
It is.
And it's coming from the beholder or from the wall?
It's the walls. They're
Okay.
doing this kind of
Is it strength?
intermediate
Strength saving throw.
strength saving throw. Yes, please.
Mm.
All right, you are withstanding its effects. Once again, the party good rate on the saves.
Unless you're me.
Right.
You in the air right
Uh,
now still?
No, dude, that
No.
was a while ago. Theron
It's been a couple
dispelled.
times now. Lost track.
Yeah, he's still under the
All right.
boat. Like, is she still in here? What's going on out there, guys? Mr. Theron, you are currently in the anti-magic zone.
That
So
doesn't
many-
sound fun.
So many protesters with signs everywhere. No more magic.
I'd like to roll a saving throw to go against Obalaka so I can run forward.
Okay. Charisma
That-
save. Stand Obalaka is terrified of this beholder and still terrified.
Jeez. Was that we determined that was 15 on those? I think.
Oh dear. Alright, I'll use my mighty sling.
A sling. You attempt to fire it at the beholder, and it just kind of blinks right off of its hardened skin.
Alright. That's it for me.
It laughs heartily, and an eye stalk comes out, but then the eye stalk seems to kind of look at you in the anti-magic field and kind of shake its head. Yeah, and it actually turns towards Kaless as being the other next one closest to Theron.
Come on.
Kaless, give me a D10, please. Number 9, that's a real bad one.
Oh.
However, the good news is it is a dexterity saving throw. But as you see a searing, white-hot beam fire towards you. Actually, that's the wrong description. It's a beam of force just blasts you, and it like splinters into multiple shots, and all of them just attempt to impale you and just eviscerate you.
Oh,
Well, no, I think I had the.
I honestly don't want to die,
Mm-hmm.
but
I don't know how to describe this beam.
I am technically stunned. Can I even do a saving throw? I am stunned till the start of my next turn.
Oh shoot! I didn't even
So
think
is
about
that insta fail?
Is stunned a actual condition?
The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws.
Yeah, that's what it says.
But the look on my husband's face right now, he's like, I'm sleeping on the couch tonight. This is I am in trouble. I should not have said the word Kaless when it turned.
No save.
Nope.
This.
I told you I didn't want to die, but I didn't feel right just like doing the saving throw
Okay.
and then having chat be mad at me for
Yep, you're
cheating,
still standing there with the
so-
wand of wonder, having pointed at it. So this eye stalk is pointed at Theron, sees the anti-magic cone, it turns towards Kaless, fires this beam of deadly force at you. You don't have a save, so you have to take the damage. But I'm gonna let you roll the damage.
I don't want to be
Oh,
responsible.
so this way, if I die, it's my fault, not yours.
Yes.
Still sleeping on the couch tonight.
I'll
I'll tell you what. I'll roll out the yoga mat for you.
You get to roll 10d8 force damage.
Mm,
What's your health at right now, Kaless?
64.
Oh no.
10d8, you
Well,
said?
average, just pure average, is not going to hit that, but it's a lot of dice. We'll see. Okay.
Hey, above
You hit it.
average.
That is
above
that's
average.
pretty well above average. Kaless, you take 55 force damage as you realize whatever awesome thing you did, just something hit you in the back, and you feel the molecules in your body vibrate, where if you had taken a little bit more damage, you would have been reduced to a pile of ash.
I know what that ray is. That's a disintegration ray. I
that
watched
makes
Chris
sense.
Perkins use that against Scott whenever he killed Benwin.
Spoiler.
Oh, no.
He turned him to stone. Yeah, he turned him. Oh, that was like months and years ago. Yeah, turned him to stone and then destroyed him to ashes. Yeah.
Great. How you doing, Glass?
You are still alive.
This is
though.
how many hit points I have.
That's very very
9.
few hit points.
I can count them on 2 hands.
You know what? That was the first time. Well, no, the second time you guys have failed to save by Kaless, and it was only because she was stunned and auto failed.
Yep.
All right, George, your snake gets to go next.
So
And I have
don't think
no
my
more
plan's
hit
gonna work.
dice.
I guess the snake has a reach of 5 to 10 feet, and that's it. He can't like stand up. He can't uncoil himself and like reach
He's
higher.
a very
Like
big
a,
ass
like a
snake.
snake dancer. Sort
How
of
many
thing,
things
like,
are we gonna have
sort
to
of goes
look
and-
up on how things work? But I don't know. I honestly don't know how high a snake can get versus its body.
He's a-
But the snake does have a 10-foot range on its bite, but only a 5-foot range on its constrict ability. So it's got 2 different abilities. It can only use one of them.
Well, how big is the snake?
Okay.
He's 15 by
In
15.
general,
Right.
for most terrestrial snakes, I'd say they will. I don't know where this is coming from. This is petkeepersguide.com. I will say they
You
will
hear Mannix's
stand
voice
up
from under the
between
boat. Here's what I know about terrestrial snakes.
They will stand up between 1/3 to 1/2 of their body length, sometimes more. This is a great deal of variance in this between species.
Great.
But we don't know how long this snake is.
How
It's
long
only
is
like
this
it's-
snake?
how
And
long
what
is this-
species is it?
That's right.
He's a giant. He's a huge constrictor snake, so he takes up a 15 by 15 foot. So
I don't know what length that is.
I would say
though.
he's at least 30 feet long. Then, if you were to like,
1
Extend
mile.
It's a mile long. He is the world eater snake. I don't.
well,
How?
I wanted the snake to like kind of stand up and then constrict the beholder.
I would argue
do
that it
that.
could stand up and bite the beholder, but it's not gonna be able to stand up and constrict because it needs to wrap its body around something to constrict. It can't do that in midair.
What if the snake were to jump first?
And snakes fucking
Google.
jump from the ground. Doesn't
Next
that
Google
literally require legs to jump?
I don't
I
know.
think there's a
What a
celebrated
snake.
jumping snake in the story.
Somebody
although I will
bring me
say-
snakekeeper.com.
According to the rules, I can jump 3 plus my strength.
I will say, if you,
You can
Google
jump,
Ken
yeah.
snakes, jump is the first item. I will. That's what I will say about that.
Snakes,
Excellent.
no, snakes can totally jump. They will literally jump.
Sure, it's all D&D related too.
Whenever I made the mistake of watching the Animal Planet when Steve Irwin was still alive, like they had images of like those tree snakes, the big green python ones. They'll jump from tree to tree. It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
But have you seen one jump from the
Certainly.
ground vertically?
Certain snakes may strike so energetically that it may lift itself off the ground. But it's not jumping necessarily. It's more like
Yeah.
lunging.
All right. As I mentioned,
All right.
I'm going to rule that it can. I will let you bite the beholder, even though the beholder is still 40 feet in the air. I will say that it could somehow get tall enough that it's got a 10-foot reach.
All right.
It could bite at the beholder, but it's not going to be able to constrict. God, 19 is going to fucking hit, though. All right.
Bite the beholder.
Yep, beholder suddenly looks shocked as the snake rises itself up and just snaps at it. Oh, where did you get this snake? Not supposed to have a snake.
From my friend Moa. Have you met him?
All right. I assume that's it for the snake.
Yep.
All right. The beholder still currently lit up. You guys are under the boat. The snake just bit it. So, George, give me a D10, and it's gonna probably target the snake, but we'll see what I get. It's very angry at something that attacked it.
Did you get it? It's a 9.
Oh, 9. Sorry. Okay, yeah, it'll target the snake with that. It's the bad one. Yeah, it lasers that snake with that same horrifying, disintegrating ray. And do you have access to the snake sheet?
Well, I mean, I just googled it, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, I need a
see.
deck save if you want to roll that for me.
So it's all right.
What? Stupid snake. Snake expertly dodges out of the way. This big bulbous fucking snake.
Yeah.
Somehow
He
this
just
laser
makes
beam.
a little opening in his body.
Yeah.
Or I mean,
Just makes a donut.
whatever. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
hmm And it just goes right through him.
Oh man, that's sad.
You got one off. What are you like really that upset about? Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
You
That
did
snake
almost
does
kill
not
me.
have poison. That is a constrictor snake. Kaless, let's have you do a D10. Just tell me
I told you
what I'm
guys, he really wants to sleep on the dog bed tonight.
gonna... These fucking saves, I swear. 6, perfect. Okay, it is going to target the rowboat with its
Uh-oh.
telekinetic ray.
Oh, he was waiting for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for that one.
Probably not gonna give my robot a save, are you?
It actually says if the target's a creature, it has a save. If the target is an object weighing 300 pounds or less that isn't being worn or carried. I don't think it counts as being worn or carried. I think you guys are just hiding underneath it.
Technically, they're wearing the rowboat like a poncho.
Well, here's the fun thing. So it gets the rowboat and with its telekinetic ray and begins to rise it up into the air. Now, I will give you a choice. Do you want to stay put where you are, or do you want to hang on to this rowboat as it lifts you up into the air?
I wasn't hanging out of the robot in the first place. I was using it as cover. I don't know about what Gillian was doing.
Yeah, but I mean, you could, it's got those like plank seats. You could, if you wanted to,
Yeah,
hang
yeah,
on if you wanted to let it lift you, or you could just stay on the ground, basically.
I'm gonna be totally unaware. I'm gonna be like crouched. It's gonna rise above
Okay.
me. I'm just gonna look around. Wait, where my robot?
Gillian is going to be in the rowboat with her feet tucked under the front seat and holding onto the back seat, so
Just like blinking.
you can't see him. See her.
Where'd you go? It's like a game of cups. He's gone.
Exactly.
Let's have Gillian give me a athletics check to try to hang on while it's being lifted up and in that position.
Athletics. Don't you mean acrobatics?
He usually does.
Mhm.
Whatever.
All right, Gillian
Wow.
is tucked underneath this boat, 30 feet in the air, and you hear the beholder go, "Rawr!"
You'll never catch me.
Mannix, to make things even more confusing, yell at the beholder like, "You're not the only one that can go invisible. So can she. She's gone."
As he's pointing upwards at her.
Staring at her the whole time. Mannix, give me a
Winks.
give me a D10, please.
Gillian?
Where did she go?
What were you saying?
give me a D10 for my third eye ray, please.
Okay. 8.
Number 8. Flat up! And I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw, Mr. Mannix,
Okay.
as you feel a hardening beam fire towards you.
Oh, is this the one with the
Although, you
Oh,
know
the
what I
stone.
do have that I keep forgetting about, it's actually a big deal, is magic resistance. So should I be having advantage on these saving throws?
These are magical effects, yeah.
All right, roll it again.
Built-in magic resistance the entire time.
Yep. Weirdly, it hasn't actually come up that often. Well, I'll take 15. Thank you very much.
Unfortunately, 15 is not good enough, and you feel your body begin to harden, and you feel like a rocky crust start to develop, and you are currently restrained by your skin turning to stone, but you do get one more save before you actually become petrified.
Okay. I have nothing. Of all the rays, I have nothing that could actually do anything about this. I could have absorbed elements.
What to mark you as, but you are currently restrained, and at the end of your next turn, if you fail again, it's bad news.
Okay.
All right. I believe that was 3 rays, so we go back up to Gillian.
Have we actually touched this thing yet?
The snake bit it.
Oh,
Okay. Yes.
That's it. Alright. Gillian is going to cast from
Mannix is getting stoned. Good one, Chet.
underneath the boat.
Yeah, Gillian is in... I don't know what your plans are, but she is lying plank position inside a magically floating boat. Upside down.
Everyone from this point within 30 feet gets 14 healings.
oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Boat healing.
Boat healing.
Got that good boat healing.
That's her turn.
This fucking rowboat needs to become another member of your team, I think.
Man,
It's
you know what's going on about
healing
the robot? There's a reason for it.
It needs a name now if it makes it through all this. Holy crap.
That's her turn.
Okay, Mr. Mannix.
Oh shit!
That's what I like to hear when I call on that player's turn. Oh shit!
I kind of got nothing that can actually, save me from what's about to happen. So,
Hope and a prayer.
what does Papa got?
Papa, save me!
Papa, save me!
What about your
Papa-
rhino?
Papa,
Unleash
can
the
you
rhino.
hear me?
Yeah, I got nothing that can actually help me with this save I'm about to do. So, instead, what can I leave the party with as a party gift?
Go out and blaze of glory.
Turn into a statue.
Wait, are you gonna turn to stone now, or
At the end of your turn. At the end of his turn.
no?
Make it a good
Do we have
pose.
any way of being able to turn him back?
I assume.
Oh, I hope not.
I mean, I can roll a thing, but I assume
So much Vaseline.
Does a greater restoration actually take care of petrified?
How much gold do you have?
How good is your insurance plan, sir? Does it cover Axe of Beholder?
It'll all be stone in a second, so there's no telling until you heal me.
That should be your last action. Throw all your gold out on the ground.
Very nearly.
One effect that charmed or petrified the target. A curse. Yeah.
Theron, you're pretty sure Greater Restoration does solve petrification.
Okay.
You know what I'm gonna do?
You could let him stew for a while.
That's right. As
Trying
a
to
parting,
Gillian doesn't have it anymore, so yeah, it's just me, man.
yep, just you. So
Yeah. Come to Papa.
It's come to this.
I am going to. I've been hanging out with this for a long time. This feels like a good time to use it. I'm gonna pull from my vest a little statue
Of a rhinoceros?
of a little god. I'm gonna take my mage hand. I'm gonna send it through the sky, and I'm gonna drop it right in that fucking beholder's mouth. And it is the statue of Umberly. I just have written has warding on it. If touched, explosion. That's what I wrote. This is back from that temple that was Gillian's quest.
Yeah.
It's a warded statue because I have a necklace that is keeping me from
You've
blowing
kept
up.
it on.
Yep. But now I'm raising it up and touching the beholder with it.
What? Does your mage hand have a range?
Oh, that's a good
It's
question.
30
You
feet.
would mention that.
Yeah, it's
a bit of a
it is
fine
30
print
feet.
there.
How far away? Yeah, how far away is this thing?
And how heavy can it carry?
10 pounds.
10 pounds?
Are you looking this up as I'm talking about it?
No, I've had it before. I just remember.
Oh, that's right.
You're on the
you
ground,
messed
and
up.
that thing is 10 or 15 feet this way, and then 40 feet up in the air still.
So I could get probably within 20 feet of it with the mage hand. Do I think a mage hand can throw a little statue 20 feet?
I can't. Can a mage hand throw thing? God, there's so much we have to fucking look up here.
Like, it would only have to throw. How tall is Mannix?
Can a mage hand throw objects?
Mage hand throw objects.
No, like, how tall is Mannix? He's like,
Oh,
what,
like-
5
like-
even or something?
Yeah, like 5'5" probably.
All right, so the mage hand can go up to 35.5 feet because it can go up to 30 feet away from you. So the top of your head at 5'5", 30 feet. It only has to go throw it 5 feet.
Well, it's not straight above him.
It's not straight above him. Yeah, it's actually over, which I don't know how to...
I can still move, right? Or no, I'm restrained right now. You said.
You're restrained, yeah.
There's no good answer to this question, by the way. There's a lot of debate over whether a mage hand can throw an object.
It
Someone's trying to use a mage hand to throw knives. It's like, a mage hand can't attack.
can attack, yeah.
I mean, what you could do is just propel the mage hand that direction.
Oh, and then turn it off?
and
And then just,
and
yeah.
let go. I don't see why
There
you can't do that
was-
because it doesn't seem
You know
to
what?
have
They did not-
speed.
I'd let you do that with an Arcana check. That would be the equivalent of an attack roll, but you would use an Arcana check in place of the attack roll to basically launch your mage hand.
Okay. Sure. Great.
Payload.
Grab onto that
That's actually not
statue.
cool. Yeah. There was a spell I did not take that would have been perfect here. There's a spell called Catapult, where you just take an inanimate object and just shoot it in a direction.
Oh, yeah.
Do not have that spell. All right, let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Minix yells, "Hey, listen! If this statue doesn't hit the beholder, nobody else pick it up, please. Bad things will happen." So I need an Arcana check.
Celeste can't hear you because she's still stunned.
Yes, please. Basically against its armor class.
Oh my god, that's not gonna do it.
That's
Can
definitely.
I
had to
give
fight-
him my inspiration?
He's not feeling very inspired right now. He just sees that thing sailing in the distance, a little arc, and it goes piling
Yep.
up next to his coins. The beholder say, "Oh, thank you, Bartrether for Belcorth."
Yeah, grab it. It's for you. Take it. Maybe I can trick him to actually grab it while it's flying at him.
But wait, by saying take it,
Take
say
it.
don't take it.
Don't take it. That's my treasure. Oh no.
I didn't mean to
My
do
magic statue that gives me all my powers.
all of those complicated steps.
Clumsy me.
Mr. Mannix, if you are quite finished.
You know, okay, I got one more.
Grasping at anything.
Yeah, what do I got? Look at those toes.
I need another dexterity saving throw, please.
Here, Celeste. He rolls
Which-
a potion of supreme healing to Celeste.
Rolls a potion. Now,
My last act on this earth.
now, you are restrained. Does that have any effect on your dex saving throws?
I believe restraint is just movement.
Yeah, restrain's just movement.
Let's go to the
Start.
books. Restrained. Restrained's creature's speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have
Yeah.
disadvantage, and the creature's attack rolls have at disadvantage, and the creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm gonna need a dex save with disadvantage.
Wait, the stone thing is dex save? Forgot about
is.
that. Oh, so that's normal then with my magic resistance.
Yes.
So one
Yeah.
normal turn is all you get,
Yikes!
as I have a potion clinking against my ankle that
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't technically know what's there. Oh my god.
Nope. Goodbye, cruel world. It is
Alex.
the
You
most
at least,
ignorant.
like, Become a
Pose.
stone in like a coolest, like cool.
It's Mannix begging for his life.
It's just fully.
They're stone tears. It's just real cringy to look at.
It makes the rest of the party feel real uncomfortable.
Please, Belcors, I'll do anything. Mannix, the rest of you all watch as Mannix's body turns to solid stone.
My final words. Damn you,
The
Theron.
beholder's laughter is drowned out by Theron's own laughter.
All right. Well, good luck.
Celeste.
Okay. Well, as I pop out of my stun, because it ends at the beginning of my turn, I smile because I was awesome.
You're
Look over.
hemorrhaging all over the place.
Yeah, I'm bleeding from like everywhere. Like, what happened? Look around, see Mannix's stone, see healing potion at my foot.
See
Usual
giant
stuff.
snake.
Yeah, giant snake. Yeah, she's having a moment. It's a free action. I'm gonna drink that goddamn healing potion.
That potion, by the way, is 10d4 plus 20. That is the
Oh,
best.
What? Who gave you that crap?
I don't know.
I just typed it in my character
10d4.
sheet one day.
Yeah.
I don't know where I found it.
It sounds
Better not
good to me.
investigate that too much. What? That's an insane amount of hit points.
My calculator.
Somebody's getting eye-beamed.
Alright.
Drink a big potion. That's an eye beaming.
Yep, that's a beaming. I've had a beaming.
The only reason Mannix didn't get eye-beamed is because he turned to stone.
Alright, so the snake is dangling from the beholder, right?
No, the
Does it
snake
fit it?
is on the
only-
ground, and it... Oh, am I back?
Well, I figured because it bit it, it was holding on.
No, it just bites as an attack. So it kind of lifts itself up, bites, and that's the extent of it.
Damn.
The leg.
There's just no way for me to get up there to it, is there?
That beholder seems pretty keen on staying as far away from you as possible. It seems well aware of how bad you stab.
Well, I'll shoot it with a wand of wonder again. I mean, I was awesome with it last time.
Wand of wonder.
I mean, I was super awesome with it last time. I did all kinds of things to it, so.
It seemed awesome, and then you got blasted in the back by a near disintegration. That seemed less awesome to you.
She didn't realize it though.
What are the odds?
Ignore the sneak attack, it's just 35. Let's see.
Scrolling up.
An animal appears in an unoccupied space nearest the target.
Oh no,
no.
this is the
Animal
fucking
is-
insane one.
Roll a d100 to determine which animal appears.
You have 100 animals prepped, right, DM?
No, there's only 3
Let's go.
choices.
Okay.
If I roll a 1 through 25, it's a rhinoceros. If it's a 26 through 50, it's an elephant. And a 51 to 100, it's a rat. So my odds are rat.
But no, you help us. It doesn't matter. We're
Now-
just locking ourselves in a room with a rhinoceros.
Is an unoccupied space nearest the target? Would that technically be in midair?
Yeah.
I
40
mean,
feet up in the air.
So can we say if I roll the rhinoceros or the elephant, they can at least hit the beholder as they come tumbling down?
drop
They are an
drop
improvised
on 'em.
weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An
It doesn't say
improvised
which
weapon?
unoccupied
What?
space.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
I'm not
but it say which
could
space.
be around or above or
Or
below.
above.
It's-
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
picking above.
All right, let's see what
I
you
don't think
get.
I've ever heard of an elephant described as an improvised weapon.
This is gonna be Operation Dumbo Drop right here.
Just imagine someone just like looking around quickly for a weapon. What can I grab? What can I grab? The elephant.
The elephant.
Let's go.
Oh, it's the rat. We all wanted the
Okay.
elephant.
Oh man.
Well,
Yeah.
But I mean, you made the rat more likely to actually occur. So,
Yeah, it's a good chance.
so
to
the
be
rat lands on top of the beholder.
Great.
right. How awesome do you think this is, class?
A scale of 1 to 10.
A rat just poofs out on top of the beholder, and the rat just starts freaking out.
Just a rat.
It's just a rat.
Well, thing aren't and Reese, you've had rats before, so you might be able to
You
back me
know-
up on this.
You know rat psychology.
Rats are
Jordan
not
Smith?
gonna want to stay somewhere that they're gonna freak out. They're gonna try to like burrow and try to get away from
No,
whatever they're
Reese.
freaking out on.
If a rat landed on a beholder 40 feet up in the air,
In your experience.
I mean,
My
I'm right,
experience.
though, right? They'll try to burrow to get somewhere safe
it's
to
not
get
gonna
away
that's-
from
burrow
whatever's
its-
freaking them out.
It'd have to be afraid of the beholder, and it's going to try to get away from it, not bury into it, I would think.
The safest
think
place
the
for a
two-
beholder is inside the beholder.
I think it would either freak out, try to get off of it, or not even know what it's on because
So-
it's a rat.
Because
Beholder is gigantic.
it's a rat. Here's what does happen,
Right,
Celeste.
you guys, come on.
And
Maybe it could, like, fall in its eye or something.
Mm.
here's what does happen. An eye stalk pops out and looks like it was headed for you, but then it points up at the rat who's scurrying above on
Oh.
the beholder.
Poor rat.
And I'm not even gonna bother. Actually, it might be
Oh,
funny.
come on.
Let's.
No,
All right,
if
give me
you're
a
gonna do
D10.
that, you gotta roll to see if
I
you
hope
hit
it
the
turned into a
beholder.
statue.
No, give me a D10. We'll see if I can like charm the rat or something hilarious.
No, you gotta try to roll to hit the beholder, because, I mean, rat, beholder. Come on, that's like a precision strike here. 7.
All right, you see beams come at the rat, and this rat's freaking out, and all of a sudden it just and then the eye, all the eye stalks are kind of glaring at it intermittently, and then that rat just starts getting a little woozy, and then it just kind of slumps over, passed out on top of the beholder.
I've given the beholder a pet.
Yep.
And then,
Well
that's-
done.
I love it, thank you. Belcourt loves it.
Can we leave then?
Right. We just
Can we just leave?
you got your rat.
Gave you a rat.
We gave you a rat.
Drop
I mean, we gave you.
all of your treasures for Belcorth, including that one. And he points at the Manic statue.
No
Deal.
treasure.
I would have given you that one for free.
We weren't even going to take it with us. Let's be honest.
Is that the end of your turn, Callis?
I will tell him we'll come down here and we'll negotiate.
Nope.
Don't negotiate with people who stay 40 feet in the air and keep shooting people.
Balcorf
called
doesn't
terrorist.
negotiate with stabbies.
Have I stabbed you yet?
George. Nope. Belcor just
I
keeping
gave
it
you
that
a
way.
pet. Yeah, I gave you a pet. I gave you a present. Now come give me a present.
Oh, Belcor will
George.
give you a present.
George is on top of the sphere. He's going to jump to get a little extra height to do his thorn whip.
Like it?
What kind of jump do you have, Joe? Well, yeah, I guess you get 30. So you're looking for a
3
10
plus 4.
foot height jump? Maybe a 5 foot height jump from the
No,
sphere?
I have 7 feet, and then you said the sphere is 6 feet. So I'm 13 feet from the ground, which puts me within 30 feet range of my thorn whip.
Which
Okay.
makes 43.
Gotcha.
More math.
Unfortunately, you don't think a 17 is going to do it.
Oh, damn.
Hmm.
Oh, damn
Now,
indeed.
do I know this already? Do I already know this?
I'm
Okay.
telling you this right now in case you want to do something, yeah.
All right, George will do a precision attack. That's pretty high. That's a D8. So, plus 6.
That's the attack roll?
Uh-huh.
All right,
23 now.
23 will hit, yes.
So 23 for 7 damage, and he pulls him 10 feet closer to him.
Okay.
Alright, so now he's 30 feet from the ground. And then, too many buttons. Extra attack. George doesn't have to jump this time. Tracks the whip, and he shoots it out again right away. Come on.
Oh, man. Is this thing still invisible? So we're still only seeing it to the outline?
Correct.
The
The
fairy
only
fire?
reason you can see it right now is
Wow.
because of Gillian's fairy fire.
Now, how about me? I can see him with my blindfold, so does the fairy fire actually give me advantage? Because I don't need the fairy fire to see him.
He is
You
within
make
30 feet.
a good point, and I'm going to concede that to you.
Thank you. So I'll roll one more time for this thorn whip for my advantage. Hope I can do better than 10. Yes.
Yeah, you can.
Nice.
Yeah, 21 will hit.
All right. George pulls him 10 feet closer.
Yes, chat. When it's in whip mode, he's got a 30 foot range.
Thorniest.
All right, takes another 6 damage. And he is pulled 10 feet
feet closer to
closer.
the
So now he's
ground.
only 20 feet off the ground, more or less.
Uh-huh.
There.
And how far is he from me then? If I'm 6 feet up, plus my height, about 5 feet
neither
or
5
so.
He
miles
still
per
has
hour.
7 feet on you.
So I can't do anything with 5 feet range. He's not 5 feet range. All right.
Yeah, it was 40, so you
George
hit him
says-
once, and dragged him 30, hit him again, and dragged him 20.
George said I could see your ugly face now. That's the end of George's turn.
All right. Yeah, you got a little bit of height from the sphere and from a little jumping maneuver, I believe. All right, George. However, for that
Jump straight
maneuver, a eye stalk pops out of a wall, and roll me a d10, please, to see what effect you can resist. You son of a bitch. 1. That's the dancing eye stalk.
He's back. Does anybody want to dance now?
Oh, where's my? Hang on. Do I still have it? I think it's this one.
You better.
Oh, I can play multiple. I still have the battle music going on too. That's wild. Sorry, Raymond. George, give me a wisdom saving throw, please. You feel an eye stalk just fucking grooving. Oh, George.
Starts dancing.
George, you know who's your best friend in the whole world? This fucking beholder. You and Belcorge, You go way back. You went to All Seeing University together. Your old roommates. Your best friend in the whole world. You are charmed by this beholder. It grins and shows a bunch of like razor sharp teeth.
What does charmed mean?
What does charmed mean? That is the effect you are under.
Can't attack. Can I say that I commanded my snake before this happened?
It says
I
you can't
commanded
attack.
him on my turn.
Oh, that's true. So now I control the snake as well.
Well, on your turn, you can mentally command the snake. So can I say that at least for this turn, I've commanded him before?
Okay, gotcha. So
Got
just keep
charmed.
attacking the beholder.
Well, I can only do stack tracks on its own initiative. If I use it. I mean, I think I can only do one more command, and if I stay charmed, then it's a different story.
Yeah.
Doesn't say you have to help the beholder, so you don't have to tell the snake to like stop. Or do you have to give it a command every single time you want to do something, versus just saying like, "Hey, kill
It
this
says you
beholder"?
decide what action the snake takes and where it moves during its next turn, or you can issue a general command.
So just to attack your
Just attack
enemies.
your
Regardless.
enemy.
So if you said attack enemies,
Well,
because
George's plan was to constrict him.
okay,
Constrict him when he gets close enough.
because the snake
You
goes
can command it to give him a friendly hug. Give the beholder a friendly hug.
because the snake goes before the beholder, then I'll let you have that next round at least of you still commanding the snake. But after that, you're not gonna be able to, or you're gonna command it in terms of being charmed. Theron is next.
Oh boy. I'm going to.
Since you see a bunch of bad things happening there, Theron, I'll give you advantage on resisting Obalaka's fear, in case you want to rush in.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn.
All right.
What's the range on that greater restoration spell?
It's touch.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Wow. Is the beholder in range of your vines at this point?
Maybe.
Only 20 feet up now.
Would Theron go into that room at all? Like, sort of go off to the side out of the anti-magic field?
Yeah, you think you could convince Obalaka that this anti-magic field is very frightening. On one hand, you feel like the beholder's eye rays can't actually target you. Like, they actually turn off. It goes both ways. But obviously it affects you as well.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna sneak into here. Is the grasping vine in range? Sort of next to
what-
Coalesce, I guess.
What range does it have?
It has a 30-foot range.
Just barely, but because it's 20 feet in the air, and I don't know how to triangulate 15 one direction, 20 feet the other, so I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. For my bonus action, I'm going to pull him down.
It's
towards
using
the
everything
vine.
we got to pull this fucker down into range.
Yeah, it really is.
Alright, since you're actually targeting a creature this time, does he get a save or something? Okay.
Yeah, dex saving throw.
Okay.
Or wait, sorry, it's... Oh yeah, it's within 30 feet, but it only gets pulled 20.
Only 20 feet up anyway. So you brought him down to the ground.
Can you recast it so I can see it? So there's no save for it?
No, it's a dex saving throw.
Okay. Dex save. Okay. And what's the DC for that?
16.
No, so it is dragged 20
Okay.
feet directly towards the vine, which is, again, I don't know how to triangulate. It's
Probably about 5 feet off the ground at this point.
yeah, probably like hovering here-ish.
Okay. Then, for my action, I like to conjure an elemental, an air one.
Ooh.
Let's find out. I do have an air elemental.
Yeah, I've already got the sheet pulled up.
Oh wow, look at you.
Stand.
The whooshing sound from all around you, air coalesces into a tornado. Eyes and mouth appear.
I mean, he could make the elemental appear right next to the beholder. It doesn't have to appear next to him.
Ooh, that is some thunder. Holy crap. Please don't let my power go out.
So that's its initiative.
Ah, gotcha.
Did you want to summon it next to the beholder?
Yeah.
Outside of the anti-magic cone, I assume.
That'd be
And on
good.
the backside.
On the other side of opposite George.
Okay.
Within striking distance.
Mm-hmm.
I command it to attack the beholder, obviously.
Okay. But it still goes on its initiative, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, we are at George then.
Oh, Burrs.
George's
It's
snake.
okay, Mr. Burrs.
Yeah, I'm worried I heard
Now
thunder.
that the thing's within range, and before George got charmed, he did have the intention of the snake constricting the thing. Now would he get advantage too? Because he can see what
Oh,
George.
that's
can
right.
see?
You go next.
The snake.
You go next. So now you're controlling the snake again, right?
Right. The snake's gonna go.
It's the snake's turn now, because
It's the
Yeah,
Oh, it
snake's
is.
turn,
No,
huh?
sorry, it's snake's turn. Okay, yeah, I got confused.
Now, since George can see the beholder, does the snake also get the same advantage from the fairy fire? Because the snake can see what George can see.
I don't think the snake can see what George can see. Does it
I don't
hit
know.
Your,
Maybe he doesn't even need to. Maybe
I
he
think
doesn't
that's
even
your
need to see.
bandana all of a sudden.
Hmm.
I assume it's still
Okay,
just a.
so just a regular
Yeah, it's still just regular.
Snake.
son of a bitch. All that for nothing.
An 11. Wow. That snake
It's a 1.
lunges forward and just kind of completely misses the mark.
Mm-hmm. It's just surprised. As it's lunging,
is-
George gets charmed and starts dancing. It's like, what's going on? He doesn't know what to do.
All right, Beholder is so George. We're best friends. The Beholder is now going to target. Theron, give me a D10. Probably going to target you. That's a decent one. It's going to try to target you. Give me a con saving throw as you see a beam come out, crackling with electricity.
okay.
A 27.
Ah!
It grits its teeth and glares at you with its eyes. Give me another D10. That's Oh, you know what I forgot? Well, this is gonna happen on its turn. So before, it raised that rowboat up. And you can see that seems to last until the beholders.
Oh no.
I think I'm reading this. Start. Yep. So that rowboat falls, and it was 30 feet in the air.
Okay.
And Gillian is just literally entombed in it.
I catch her in my stony arms.
Yeah, it's just you are below. It's just that poor Robo that was such a good member of the team breaks apart upon Manex's own stony body. Gillian is going to take some damage, however.
I mean, is he a strong stone, or is he like in the movies where the arms just break right off?
He just explodes.
He explodes. Gillian takes 10 damage on her way down, and she needs to make a concentration check for the fairy fire.
Okay.
Oh no.
So you see the beholder, the glow around the beholder winks out. George, you can still see it because it's within 30 feet of you, but you and it are best friends.
Yeah, we're friends.
You're friends, yeah.
I'm not gonna rat my friend out.
Let's see, I still
Oh,
rolled a
someone asked you.
6. Let's target Kaless with this one. This is the one you all have seen before, a strength saving throw.
Why? Why a strength one?
It does not want you anywhere near it. Kaless, you get wrapped around in those binds, and you get shoved over and up into the air by about 20 feet. Let's do another D10 pointed at Gillian. I guess Reese, go ahead and roll me. Damn it, I got the telekinetic ray again. Although that one is kind of fun. Let's use that on... yeah, let's still use it on Gillian. Give a strength saving throw. No, wait, actually, I don't think I can use it again, can I? Hang on. Yeah, it says reroll of duplicates. Sorry. Reroll it again. I actually can't use 2 of the same I-beams. Does say that in the thing. Did we roll that one the first time? We did. Reroll it again. That was the one that you made the save against. I need something that's not a 2 or a 6. 9. That's a fucking bad one.
That's not a good one. No.
You see the disintegrating ray go towards Gillian.
Well, 3 times we can't have duplicates. The odds of getting the really bad one aren't that bad.
She needs a dexterity saving throw. Yeah, the vines are concentrated, so your grasping vine definitely shuts down when you summon the air elemental. She makes the save, which I don't even think this is a half one. I think you just don't take anything. Yeah.
Oh, that must be nice.
Dodge out of the way.
It really is.
Of that beam. And in its final action, it's going to turn its anti-magic cone straight at the air elemental. And then it is going to fly up another 20 feet straight up in the air.
Wouldn't the air elemental get an attack of opportunity?
You see, as it turns its anti-magic field towards the air elemental, I had to look this up to see what would happen. I think it is suppressed. A creature, object summoned or created by magic temporarily winks out of existence. So it's still active and still on, but it is just not existing while it's turned its main eye towards that direction.
Huh.
Indeed. It does have an anti-magic cone. Round 3 starts with Gillian. Or 4, I think.
We've
Or
got a
2
4
now.
on him, but is he 40 feet in the air, or is he only 20 at this point? 'Cause he was ground level a second ago.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. He was ground level. So he's 20 feet. Yep. So you can presume how fast he can go based on how far he went there.
George would like the
Oh,
party
Emma,
to.
we think the same thing.
George would like the party to remember he has to tell the truth all the time.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Do you still have a Manix, one of those numbers
What
left?
die?
Mm.
Yeah.
It does not.
I don't, and it wouldn't matter anyway, because I'm a statue. But no, I'm out.
Can she cast Fairy Fire again?
She can. She's gonna ask George where the beholder is.
Right there. George points.
Damn it, Moa! Damn you! Stupid, truthful
Gillian
asshole.
is gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern.
That's
in that
pretty
area.
funny. Oh. You don't have to actually see, right? Just AoE? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Let's make a wisdom saving throw or become charmed. While charmed, the creature is incapacitated, has a speed of 0. Okay. And it is not immune to charm. So we've got a wisdom save. What is my... sorry, what's the DC? I think I ask this every time.
15.
So I have to ask
Now
you
is
because
George
you're
in the air?
playing two different characters.
Is George in there?
Depends on, it's
no.
20 feet in the air, so you could probably easily angle that where it's not including anybody on the ground level.
Maybe I want to be charmed by Gillian.
Be better than being charmed by the beholder, I suppose.
Exactly.
Ah, that's interesting.
Gillian will ask George, "Do you want to be charmed?"
George just no.
That's not be true because he's charmed by the beholder right now.
It's true.
Do you want to be charmed
No,
by
I
me?
already am.
I mean, you're not quite my type, but it'll do in a dungeon, I guess.
You see the beholder does make the save. It does appear it's got pretty good wisdom. Actually, you don't see anything, but you somehow you can tell
Okay.
it's not dazed by the hypnotic pattern. Shrugged it off.
George.
Not distracted
Alright, well-
by your pretty lights.
George
I
is
mean, George
hypnotized.
will agree to be charmed, so George is now charmed by Gillian.
Oh, you're hypnotized. You're not charmed. Yeah, never. Alright, that's her turn.
All right, you see an eye beam pop out. Give me a D10 for Gillian. Oh, Bartrix. Time to die. Dex saving throw, please. You see a deadly ray of necrotic energy. A fuck. Holy crap.
It's the weirdest battle.
It's the weirdest match. It's a
We're not
defensive stalemate. Like, you guys are on
We're not
so...
doing any damage to him, but
No, but the saves are insane. Oh, man. Mr. Mannix is a statue, so we go to Colette.
George, how tall are you?
8 feet.
He has to tell the truth.
5.5 feet, I think. Wait, is it 6 feet?
You got to tell the
Uh,
truth,
I
so you
can't
better know.
remember. No, honestly, I don't know. Ugh.
It's true, he doesn't
Fine,
know.
Hold on.
yeah, George has no idea.
Portals.
5 to 6 feet tall. So he's 5.5 feet.
Okay.
I'm 5'5". Even though I tell everybody I'm 5'6".
How far can we jump?
3 plus your strength modifier. If it's a straight up jump.
plus 11 and a half. So 3 plus my strength modifier.
Uh,
All right. Let's see if Eric lets me pull this shit off. Okay. The beholder. We're going to do some more geometry here.
Oh lord. This is how you drew
You're the
the
one who
beholder
put
is
creature in the air.
Yeah.
Asking for it.
Oh shit, I can't do squat. I'm fucking stuck in those rings.
Oh yeah, you're 20 feet in the air, restrained.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. I can't do anything. So my turn is useless.
can you shoot him with something?
No, I'm restrained. I can't do anything.
I thought that just meant you couldn't move.
You have disadvantage when you're restrained, and yeah, you can't move, but you can still attack.
I've got a short bow. That's all I've got. So, I guess I can just try that. Is there any way I can get out of this?
Well, it's invisible.
Oh, yeah, so never mind. I can't do anything.
Unless you ask George a question.
Well, even if you tell me where it's at, I still can't see it.
What if I'm like touching him?
I have my hand on him.
If you can triangulate where it's at, then you have disadvantage on it, basically.
It doesn't matter. I still can't see it.
George can see
You
it,
can
and
say
George
it's, like,
has
right
to tell the
there.
truth, is what he's saying.
Oh, but even if it's like it's right there, I'm like, well, where? Right there. So, is there anything I can do to get out of this restrained?
It lasts until the beholder's next turn.
Okay, well, then I'm... Well, no, it should have ended. Because I got restrained before the
Were
beholder's
you restrained
turn.
before? I think you're right.
Yes.
All right.
Even if you're restrained, just use the wonder again. Just see what happens.
Just keep doing the one. It's gotta come up at some point. Give me an acrobatics check as you fall to the ground. You're right. I think I missed that. I forgot to put an icon on your token.
That was a turn ago. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that was a turn ago. All right, you can easily roll away from being up in the air.
Do I skip my turn then?
Yeah.
All right. So, in that case, then she's gonna look at George and go, George, point at its eye.
George points at his eye.
And she's gonna
Although-
take off running.
Which way is he facing though?
His main eye is facing towards the air elemental.
George, are you
So-
pointing at its body?
George says, I'm pointing at the back of him. His eyes on the other side.
She'll
Hear the
stab
beholder
him
say,
in the ass,
"Thumb
that's
friend
fine.
you are."
So she's gonna take off running, and she's gonna go up the ball thing that George is standing on, up George, and jump off of George's shoulders. Because she can go, because the ball is 6 feet, George is 5.5 feet, that's 11.5 feet.
Yep.
She can jump another 4 feet, which makes it 15.5 feet, and I have a 5-foot striking distance. So I have...
You haven't a creature in a while. You should
Yeah.
consider that.
So I have 4.5 feet that I needed to be able to stab this thing.
So you're doing like a basketball jump maneuver, just trying to attack, like just hitting at the apex of the jump. Okay.
Yep. Right where George is pointing.
All right. I'll let you target him. You still have disadvantage because it's still invisible, but
Rude. Let's see if this works. I hit the button. Oh, come on.
man,
The second one was great.
second was a
You
crit.
know what? Fuck it. I'm using my inspiration.
All right.
You got a high enough roll, but yeah, your odds are.
You gave it to me.
Did
I'm going to use it.
There you go.
There.
26 will hit.
All right.
It's the first.
And
one to hit it with-
technically, George is within 5 feet of me. right? Or does he have to be in 5 feet of
Snake is
something?
You had
Yeah.
disadvantage
Well,
on this. You can't have sneak attack. Right?
Oh, come on. Well, I mean, you're still gonna have to do the save for the poison damage from the venom.
Yeah. Does it do that when you hit it?
Maybe we'll find out. Let me make sure sneak attack's not on. There it goes. So that is the 13 is the damage from my sword.
Okay.
I still have to roll the 3d6 for the damage for you. So you have to make a DC 11 con save, which I'm sure you'll probably do, but it's still half.
Okay. Things have happened. Oh, it does not make the save.
Wow. Okay.
So you'll take another 13 points of damage. And then, since I stabbed it, can I just dangle from it?
Give me a.
I will give up my bonus action to dangle from it.
Okay. Give me a dexterity check to try to grab an eye stalk as you jump. As you stab at it and then reach out to grab an eye stalk.
So do I just hit the dexterity button? Or is it like the saving
yeah,
throw button?
hit the dexterity button. You are flailing around. This thing's still invisible.
I don't care.
Gonna grab on.
No, you do not.
Just feel out. What can
Yeah.
I feel?
How about an 18?
All right.
I
Against
should be
the
able to-
yeah, you just kind of reach out, and thankfully it's got a lot of eye stalks, so you can just kind of grab out, and you almost slip, and then one of them and it kind of pulls like pulling on a cow teat, like poop. It makes a terrible like. Ugh!
I'm holding on to that fucker for dear life.
Mm-hmm.
I've now wrapped like the eye stalk around my hand, so it's like all wrapped. I'm not letting go.
Right
Plus
to
is
the
now-
edge.
Cliff
Yep.
is now pissed.
So is the beholder. So give me a D10.
On a plus side, this is a pretty good indicator of where the beholder is, right?
That's a pretty good
It's
indicator.
really
She's dangling from it. That is true. Let's see if she can hold on. Kaless. I mean, we've rolled this one before. I need a con saving throw as you see another eye stalk pop out of the wall and shoot a necrotizing beam of energy at you.
God damn it.
Kaless, why don't you roll me 8d8, please?
Okay.
What's the average of that?
She's taking all the damage of this entire encounter.
Yeah.
That is
Seems
just
about
about
average.
average. Yeah, you take 38
Uh-huh.
necrotic damage.
Yikes.
That's all right. I'm fine. I'm
You're
good.
thankful Maddox taught you that potion at the end of his life, aren't you?
Yep. Well, I love how my husband kept continuing on with my turn before he let me do the blood drinker piece of it to do more damage. So we'll be fine this.
Oh, you want
Yeah.
to spend more of your hit points? By all means.
Well, I'm fine. I'll do that next turn. Told you I got this sumbitch now.
You are literally hanging from it. So Air Elemental is winked out of existence currently. We're going to George, your best friend. I don't know actually how.
Gillian. No, he's charmed by Gillian now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gillian's his new best friend.
The hypnotic pattern.
did you roll a save for that?
No, I just
He
let it happen.
chose to be.
You don't. That would still be an aggressive move by you, wouldn't it? How does charm work?
I don't know. Gillian asked me if I want to be hypnotized by her. I said sure.
Oh yeah, it just says you can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects.
Right. Like he's not like in that. He's not gonna do what the beholder says. He just can't attack the beholder.
Can't attack him. Yeah.
Outright. He can still work in the beholder's worst interests.
But
So
now he's
that means you are
hypnotized.
currently incapacitated.
Unless someone slaps me out of it.
Yeah, so you are currently incapacitated unless someone uses an action to shake you out of your stupor or you take any damage.
Oh, wouldn't
Yep.
he have been shaken out of his stupor when I jumped off his shoulders?
You did
I
enough
mean,
actions, I
I-
think.
It requires a full action.
It does require a full action or damage, so no.
Alright. I tried, you guys.
So
George back in the game.
George's mind is swimming with different possibilities right now, and we're gonna go to Theron.
There's no save for the hitmark pattern? And I didn't see one.
You told me you would
That
just
was
let it
it.
happen, so I'm gonna let it happen.
No, like
Yeah.
at the end of your turn.
Right. Once you're in it, it's just until you take damage.
Well,
Or
it's
until
Yeah.
it's concentration by Gillian,
Yeah, but she hasn't taken damage since it happened.
right?
She saved against
Well,
the ice shock.
but you can just drop it at will.
Yeah, she can drop it right now.
Yeah, she can just drop
Oh, that's true. Okay.
God damn.
it. So she could just sort of like a reset of George's brain.
Yeah.
Charming.
It's like an
and
on,
immediately turn it off.
just turn them off and turn them back on again. Yeah. Just unplug George.
Okay. And so
Hard
in that
reset.
case, would you say being hypnotized by Gillian took over, like negated the beholder's charming? Like, can you be charmed upon charm, or would it replace it?
I'm gonna assume the charm overlaps the other charm. That's how I'm gonna rule it. So you're no longer charmed by the
Alright.
beholder.
Charmed
So
all the
did
way
Gillian
down.
drop it? George snaps out of it, like, what just happened?
Deception levels of charm.
Yep.
Alright, so I assume Gillian dropped it before my turn, so
Yeah, that's fine.
hopefully I can go. George turns around and sees Celeste dangling off of the beholder. What? And the beholder's 20 feet in the air?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well, George can see him. And which side's Celeste on? My side or the other side?
She's got to be on your side because of the way she jumps and attacked
Okay.
it. She couldn't get any further
that's
than that.
true. Alright, so just a regular thorn whip attack. 18.
18 does hit.
18 seems to be the number.
Found
That's a fun
Hold on.
number.
the number.
10. George pulls him 10 feet closer.
Okay.
So he went from 20 to 10. So he's within 5 feet of me now, right?
He is 10 feet off the ground, and you're on top of the sphere. So yes.
So he
He's within 4 feet of you.
Having to
Even better for me.
picture this 3D battlefield.
continues to wail on him. And
9
too
damage.
close
You-
now with the thorn.
All right,
What's
you
that?
are cutting into this beholder now too. You finally start seeing like blood dripping out of it, and it starts looking like its eyes are starting to get a little wider. Going, "Ugh!"
He's going to use his shell sword for the extra attack. So 17.
It's not gonna cut the mustard.
Oh, it's not.
Congratulations, you have found its hourglass.
15 is the number. It's a shitty number for an AC, but it's the number we got.
It's the one you got. It's the one you
And he commands the
deserve.
snake. It's the end of his turn.
All right, eye stock pops out of the wall, shoots at you, George. Give me a D10.
When will this thing get tired?
George, that's the Stony Ray coming at you. I need a dex saving throw.
We're all gonna become statues.
Not
Join
George, though.
me, George.
Look at these saves.
Join me. Don't make me be the only one.
Nobody
Sorry,
wants to be.
I can't hear you.
Nobody wants to be stoned alone. Now you're up there. And
All right. So I can't communicate with my elemental at all.
the way they worded it is that it is not currently existing.
Okay.
While its main central eye is pointed at that direction.
Any chances in the ethereal plane?
The way it's worded is that it winks out of existence. Exactly how it's worded. The good news is that magic suppressing eye is not pointed at any of you currently.
So Theron's gonna hug the back of this wall.
You're gonna hug the purple mold.
Get up to Mannix.
Smash him.
Use his prayer beads.
Finally.
Finally.
You'll be limping for the rest of your life. Just remove those stony kneecaps.
You'll owe me afterwards. He'll
I was
cast.
already dumping out my coins mid stone. So
You really did the most pathetic stone form, just emptying out pockets, crying at the same time.
begging. It was just the worst.
Just the worst.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Good restoration on Mannix.
All right. Yep, you can end
Oh,
charmed or petrified.
Let's do
Mannix is-
charmed.
Whoops, wrong.
I'm my own
Sorry.
statue now.
I'll have to wait till tomorrow. Welcome back to the world of flesh. We got the snake.
That's it.
Snake's just attacking.
The snake. Yeah, the snake tries to constrain. Let's see. Doesn't look like he has advantage. Well, we can't see him, so.
Can't see,
Wait.
but Kaless is
It
hanging
clearly
off.
sees me dangling.
Kaless is
Yeah.
hanging off an eye stalk, which makes it targetable.
Just normal though.
I'll say it's
Normal.
Normal attack.
I'll say it's normal because it's big and Kaless is literally hanging off of it. So
Damn it, snake.
yeah, I mean Snake is not as good as you guys. It's hard to hit high level monsters. It's trying its
Thanks,
best though,
DM.
man. 16.
Thanks for making us feel better about ourselves.
I mean, just see how that
A lot of
snake
pressure on
dodged that
that snake.
disintegration ray? Like, that was pretty sexy. Remember that time?
Yep, made a donut hole. Yep.
All right.
Let's not focus on his mistakes. Focus on his accomplishments.
Focus
That's what a
on
good leader
this.
does.
Yeah, exactly. Beholder is very upset at Kaless dangling off of it. Kaless, why don't you give me a D10 as it tries to fire a ray at you? Hopefully it's something effective. One, that's the dancing ray.
No, that's the charmed ray.
Well, I frame it as
Don't look at it.
dancing.
Close your eyes, Celeste.
Glass, I need
Don't open your
a
eyes.
wisdom saving throw.
I have advantage.
Really?
Fey ancestry.
Hmm.
I have advantage on saving throws against being charmed. And I know it's a charming ray.
Yeah.
It is
Good call.
indeed. How good is your wisdom with advantage?
God for that. It's bad. It's so bad. Yeah, it's bad.
Not great.
You may have Fey ancestry, but not the wisest of
The
half
dancing.
The dancing is pretty sexy. You're
I'm
hanging
I'm holding on to it.
exactly.
Yeah.
You're hanging from the
That's
holder,
awesome.
thinking, "All right, this is kind of a cool spot to be."
It's a new version of pole dancing. It's beholder dancing.
You're pretty sure that you don't actually want to hurt this beholder. And
Yeah.
satisfied that you are now friends. Who's that one? It's going to turn its beam toward George. George, give me a D10.
Hello.
Rah. You're a terrible friend. Maybe you'll be a better statue. Give me a dex
I'm a great friend.
save, Mr. George.
I mean, you should see the things that I'll be able to do for you.
Finally, the luck runs out.
I can't do anything about that.
George, you feel your body solidifying beneath your skin. Or your skin solidifying. What's your body beneath your skin? You are currently restrained. And then you've got one more save next turn, or it is Stonersville for you. Third one
not-
is gonna.
Really, I'll be honest, George.
Third one's gonna go to Theron. Give me a D10, Mr. Theron. Ancestry can't silence the music.
That's right.
I don't think we've gotten this one before. Or, yeah, I actually think we did. Yeah, I think we got it very early on and you made the save. I need a wisdom save as a screaming, screeching ray comes at you.
Okay.
Really? 12 with Mr. +9. Well, Obolaka's a big fan of this one because you are frightened.
Great.
That's,
Have the
is that,
which I don't. The frightened condition. I think it just means you
It's
can't.
actually not that bad.
It's not that bad.
it's not as bad as the actual like fear spell.
Yeah, there's
The
a fear
spell's
spell
the
that
one makes you run.
actually. Right. Yeah. And this one
This
does
one's
say
just
you.
can't go closer.
This one does say you can repeat the save at the end of each turn. You currently have the frightened condition. I don't think any of those were damaging ones. All right. We're up to Gillian. You guys have taken a sizable
Fascinating.
chunk.
It's
Oh,
almost
it's gonna.
12:30.
I know.
Dude.
It's gonna move another 10 feet up in the air. George, you can get an attack of opportunity. So can the
Excellent.
snake actually too.
Oh, and you can put your sneak attack on it.
I already used sneak attack once.
But you can do it because it's an attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay.
You can do it on your
in
reaction too.
It's,
It's not your turn right now. Yep.
Hmm.
We actually looked that one up one time.
I can see it, but he's not verified. It's just a normal attack. Okay.
Yep.
27. When he gets
Alright.
beyond 5 feet, he's gonna thorn whip him.
Oh, shit. Son of a bitch. Bring him right back down to earth.
Pull him 10 feet back towards me.
No. This is exactly what I didn't want to fall into.
The thorn whip pattern.
Yeah, that thorn whip bat. Not being able to get out of reach of that thing.
You won't be you weren't the first and you won't be the last, Mr. Beholder.
That's right. He is back down to melee range. All right, now we're back at Gillian.
Okay. She'll cast Fairy Fire on it in the area.
Okay. Which is the 15.
Yes.
All right, it is lit up in the fairy fire again.
Right.
Glows.
That's it.
Mr. Mannix, you are back
All right,
to
man.
Fleshville.
All right. Max is gonna tip his hat. Thank you, Theron.
Money.
Money later.
Where my
Right
money?
now, this fucking eyepiece needs to die.
Money.
You do look
Mannix
around
is
and see
going
a
to
very
pull-
sizable cache of money in all of these alcoves.
Oh.
His money.
Tell you what, you can have my share. Or if you want, I can take my share, then I can give it to you. If that makes you feel better.
That does make me feel better.
Mannix is tired of this shit. He's gonna pull the nitrous. He's gonna pull out his wand.
How
of
have you
magic
not
mint.
pulled the mitres by now?
He's been a statue for like 3 turns. That's how he hasn't pulled the nitrous.
You were hiding under a rowboat at some point.
Oh, that's true.
And you had a turn where you were turning into stone and you didn't pull the nitrous. What the hell?
I saved Kless's life with that turn. If I hadn't given her,
yeah,
well,
you did.
All right.
So
That was a free
Very
action.
that was a reaction. I want to pull the wand of magic mints and empty the thing into this beholder. Not completely. I mean, it's still gonna. Not,
Obviously.
I don't want to
But
break.
not all of
but
the
I'm
nitrous.
no, all but one.
All but one.
It was
Which-
almost totally badass, but just
Yeah.
not quite.
Then he pulls it back at the last second.
That's gonna be 8d4 plus 8. 30. That's pretty good. for
Pretty
that.
good.
34
34 damage of magic missile
34
slam.
individual mints.
Individual magic mints perforate the beholder, and it takes it sags. It goes, "Ugh!" You see blood pouring out of little holes everywhere.
And that's pretty much it. I don't have any bonus actions I can do here.
Give me a D10, boss, as an eye stalk comes out of the wall in vengeance.
All right.
Show me number 7. You feel a calming, lullabying ray coming at you. I need a wisdom save.
Great. So I got my magic resistance. I also get my Papa's power. Both give me resistance, but there's no double.
There's no double advantage, sir. You just have advantage. So
No ultra
that
secret
wisdom
potion.
never helps you then, because you always have magic resistance, right?
That's very true. Now that you're saying it out loud,
I can't imagine there would ever be an
It's-
I can't imagine there would ever be an effect that would
A
cause a
magical-
saving throw that would not be magic. Yeah.
it would have to be something that's a wisdom saving throw that is not a magical effect.
That would be
Which I
weird.
suppose if I was just looking at something just terrifying that wasn't magical, but that was just so terrifying.
Yeah, I guess. But go ahead and give me a advantage wisdom save.
Yeah.
All right. Advantage helps you, and you shake
All
off
right.
those effects. Celeste, you are hanging from the beholder, but you do not want
He
to cause
is
it.
my best friend.
Yeah, he's your best friend.
Hmm.
You need to read the fine
What do you
print.
do?
What do you do?
Hey, buddy, you want me to help you?
Just says that you can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects.
Hmm.
Right. I don't want to think that we have to like help the beholder.
Help
If
him.
we're the
Yeah,
target.
you're not its slave or anything like that. It can't. It's not a
Yeah.
dominate person. You just don't want to harm it.
Okay. Well, then, in an effort not to harm it, because I know it can't feel good for me to hold on to its little eye stalk,
Probably not.
I'm just gonna climb on top. I'm just gonna sit and be like, "It's okay, buddy. I'm gonna help."
You climb on the top and find a sleeping rat.
You know,
What
you have
do
a rat
you
up
do?
here.
It's your rat class.
The holder just sighs. Oh, you'll be a pet too, a fine one.
That's it.
All right, elemental's winked out still. George, you've got
So
This-
George is turning to stone.
at the end of your turn, you get to repeat that save, and then if you fail, you turn to stone.
He's gonna put his weapons away and lunge at the beholder with his claws in an attempt to grapple him.
Okay.
So is that a regular attack?
I think we actually have a rule for this, don't we?
Although while he's turning to stone, is he still? I thought. I
Oh,
thought I
you're
was
restrained.
while
Sorry,
I
you
was-
are restrained. Yeah, that's part of the condition you're in right now. Is you're actually restrained, which means your speed
Like,
is
I can't-
So
zero.
like
You have the restrained condition.
so like it's already started. You're
And the creature's
Legs
attack
trained
roll is
stone.
with disadvantage.
Yeah,
But the beholder's only like 5 feet off the ground, right?
Right.
yeah, it's right
So-
You're
next to you.
6 feet up,
Oh,
so
right, yeah.
just
You just
fall on
That
top of it.
disadvantage.
You can't. You're zero movement. You're just
Right.
falling.
Well, I can still reach out to him. So that disadvantage is canceled out by the fairy fire's advantage. So it's just a normal claw attack then.
Mhm.
To try to grapple him. Right?
To grapple him, that is a athletics check.
What if I want to impale my claws into him? Alright, fine. I'll just grapple him.
Yeah, let's just follow the grapple.
Um,
But yeah, you can flavor it that way, but mechanically, it's going to be a grapple. Is what you're trying to do, I assume. It's that athletics check versus it's either athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay, attack. Okay, so. And
Which-
what does fairy fire do?
Doesn't seem too physical.
It like
Fairy fire would normally give you advantage, but it's well, you know what? You can see it, so it would give you advantage on attacks.
I'm not attacking with a grapple, am I?
It replaces an attack. I'll give you advantage on this though because
Oh,
of
I
the fairy
see.
fire.
Yeah, but I have disadvantage for being restrained. So it's a normal.
Oh, you're right.
Normal roll.
Okay. Yep, normal roll.
And what was it again? Athletics?
Athletics, yep. Versus its athletics or acrobatics.
Boy.
That's pretty good. Yep. All right.
Yeah,
you...
+2 when he was making some of those early ones. That's.
Oh, I didn't do the hidden one. Yeah.
But I still have a chance to roll dexterity.
If it's the end of your, so you sunk your claws into it right now, basically. You're just
Yeah.
trying to climb down it. Okay. Yeah, and you've got disadvantage on dex save, so you got to do a disadvantage dexterity saving throw
Now, do I need my shell sword out to actually use it?
if it's the end of your turn.
My shell sword, when wielding the sword, so I actually have to have it out, I guess.
Ah, okay. On saving throws.
Right. If I
another
put my
magical-
weapon away, to use my claws.
I guess it does count. Yeah. Oh, but you're
Yeah,
currently.
just while
Yeah, I
wielding
see what
it.
you're saying. You're trying to grapple the.
Okay. Good. Maybe I want to turn to stone. So.
Be an anchor.
Yeah.
Right. I have my hand sunk into him as I'm
Okay.
turning into stone.
Okay. So you don't even want to roll a save. You want to just let yourself. Okay, there he goes.
Oh, it doesn't matter anyway.
That anyway. Yep. So you've got
So
your
George's
hands.
claws are embedded into the beholder
Okay.
as he's turning to stone.
So you turn to stone. Yep. You your weight pulls the beholder down like to the ground at that point. Thunk. You are
Okay,
a
George.
statue. Wait, I need to use a different. That was the one I used for charmed. What did I use for statue?
So yeah, the beholder has a George-shaped lump now.
Yeah. Nasty tomb.
That's
rhythm.
great.
Mr. Theron, this beholder is being weighed down by Celeste sitting on top of it happily, and a statue of George impaling it on the side.
I gotta say, between the thorn whip and the statue form, George has been doing God's work keeping this thing grounded.
Yeah, basically locking that shit down. Even when he's a statue, he's just locking it down.
Turtles do weigh up to 500 pounds.
Thank you for
That's
that.
right.
Yeah, it seems
And
like he
now
was like,
it's a
thunk.
statue on the side.
Yeah, he's anchored down. Theron, I don't even know how to describe the situation again, but that's what you're looking at.
All right. Move here.
Let's see, what is frightened?
Uh,
I think it just means you can't move closer, right?
I think so.
Okay.
I think.
Oh yeah, and you do have disadvantage. Yeah, while it's in line of sight.
Yeah.
On attack rolls and
Okay.
ability checks.
Oh. What are you doing next, Mannix?
Great question. I hadn't actually thought about it.
All right, whatever it is, I'm gonna help Mannix.
Okay. if, I'm, if I'm gonna aim with my crossbow, I imagine Theron's arms go around. I'll help you aim.
Feel my weight. Feel the beat of my heart against your chest.
His hands go over your hands.
That's
and push
right.
your fingers.
I'm gonna aim a little higher.
Playing.
George, it's your snake's turn.
How does a snake work if George is a statue?
The snake is
He does
not.
what
It's transformed from the staff, so I think it's.
it just does what George mentally commanded it to do. So
Yeah, which is just
on his
continuously
turn,
attack.
he just he just told it to bite. So the snake can't see, but the fairy fire is there, so normal snake bite.
That will hit, yeah. Snake has done more damage than some of you players have done. Alright, takes a good chunk out of the beholder. Its turn is next. Two of you are essentially disabled. One of you is a statue, the other one is still friends.
That
best friend, thank you very much.
Best friends, yeah. George, give me a D10. It's gonna shoot at this damn snake. It's sick of this shit.
That snake.
Okay, give me a deck save for the snake. That's the petrifying ray. See if we get a giant stone snake statue. All right, the snake begins to petrify. Mannix, give me a D10. And you feel like this beholder cannot move at this point. It is so weighed down. Number 10, that's an exciting one. A necrotizing beam of death comes at you. I need a dexterity save.
Okay.
He's just happy to be flesh.
Right. I think 15 does it.
I think you're wrong, sir.
Oh. I thought 16 was the number.
16 is the number that you would want.
Oh, I said it doesn't do it. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, 15 doesn't do it. Yeah, sorry. Roll 10d10.
I will. However,
10d.
Another thing that we forgot is that, where is it? I put on some armor a while back.
Okay. Good to know. Now that you
where
are
we got this?
finally
Whoa.
looking through your character sheets. Yeah.
That's right. So that's half. That's half of 50.
Half of 50. Yeah. Because you would take. Yeah, you would take all of that because you failed it, but you are resistant, so you take 25. 25 necrotic damage.
Oh, it's good I was resistant to that.
Yep. It's which is the way you guys are fighting this thing. It's had to turn its back towards all of you to stare at the air elemental, and it's all of its eye stalks are basically facing the other way. Darren, give me one for Gillian. D10. Hey, I can't do the same one twice, so give me a re-roll, please. What do we get? We got 8 and 10. Number 4 is the only one we have not had yet, if my calculations are correct. You feel a beam that's like a dubstep coming at Gillian. I need a deck save.
Okay.
All right. She shakes off the effects of that ray. We are going back up to Gillian.
All right.
You guys do see blood pouring out of this beholder now, and now that it's anchored down, it starts actually looking panicked. Oh, I'll die or be statues or something.
Wait a minute, I'm not your friend.
Yeah, you realize your charm is not ending on its turn. And as long as it's not attacking you, it seems like you're going to be charmed for a while. Or unless somebody could dispel said charm.
Remember that magnet like 3 years ago? I dispelled that.
Forever ago?
She's going to crossbow the beholder.
Actually, I will give you it because at this point, even though it's invisible, it's lit up by fairy fire, and George is embedded in it, and Kaless is on top of it. So I'll go ahead and give you all the advantage from fairy fire at this point. You're pretty much negating its invisibility. 21 does hit.
Alright, she's gonna hit and use the psychic blades. So I'll do 6 plus 7. 13 damage.
Alright.
So, since that's a one-handed weapon, can she use her bonus action to attack with a hand crossbow again?
I think you can.
Okay, do that.
Teen's not going to do it, though. Trying to do that crossbow too quickly, and this second one goes sailing. She's also trying not to hit her friends, who are very awkwardly placed around the beholder.
Uh-huh.
To hit him, he's cool now.
She's going to use one of her luck points.
Okay. Probably should have been using Bardic Inspiration this whole time, too, but you're having to roll 2 character sheets through this entire fight, so...
Yeah. Well, it says when you make an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw, so do I have to do that before the advantaged one? Okay.
You can do it now, it's fine.
Just
It's kind of like George's maneuvers. We let him do it whenever.
Alright. Well, that's enough of that.
Firing.
Okay. She's done.
All right, well, give me a
One
D10
slap
so we get an
for us.
I-beam coming at her from the walls. Four is that same boo ray. Dexterity saving throw, please. Gillian's not having it with any of those beams.
Drive home.
Funny.
All right, Mr. Mannix, whatever you're gonna do, Theron is helping you do it. No pressure.
Well,
Not
if I move it,
less.
if I were to, well, I don't know if that would actually help in this situation, but
Alright, and before that, Gillian gave him a Bardic Inspiration die.
okay. If I were to move within melee range of this thing, though, would to attack it, would Theron still be able to help me? Just, I don't know.
I mean, he uses the help action to grant you advantage, so he's just saying, I don't hate you right now.
Great.
Saved your life. Give me money.
That's right. All right, Mannix is going to move up to get into a flanking position with the snake. He is going to cast.
Hit me so I can stab it.
I don't think that's going to work. That's a different thing. That's the hypnotic pattern. I think you're just charmed until either we dispel the effect.
Yeah, you can dispel charm, but the way to break charm is that the beholder attacks you.
Mm.
And as I
Look on
run
the
up,
offensive.
I'm going to bring my shadow blade out of my hand, and I am going to hit him with the shadow flame. Oh
our
shit!
First crit of the fight.
Add that up.
5, 30, 41, 46, 47.
Oh.
Theron shouts, I've always believed in you.
Didn't actually need the advantage though. That's the bummer. But he thought he needed it.
That's right. I needed the inspiration to get in
Mr.
there.
Mannix, explain to me how you come up with this shadow blade and destroy this beholder.
It's psychic and fire damage, so it's gotta go, like, just impale all the way into the thing. Its eyes roll back in its head before flames just melt the eyeballs from the inside.
Nice. Flames melt the eyeballs from the inside.
Oh, my friend's gone.
Your friend is gone, and you finally feel the that effect dissipate. Poll should be firing up. Please vote on our MVPC for this incredibly super long session that was all of one gigantic boss fight.
One creature.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You guys do have one problem, though,
Man.
and that is George is still a statue. I don't know if you have any more greater restorations in your pocket.
Nope.
Are
Not
we
till
long
tomorrow.
resting in this room? We might be long resting in this room.
So what's going to happen
I
is...
think we deserve it.
Yes, you guys can get a long rest in this room. There's obviously a lot of loot in here, and you guys will level up upon
Ooh.
that long rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So congratulations, and obviously you see the skeleton key in the corner, so that is the thing you need from level 3. There's loot all over this area that we will go over next time. So you guys plan on having all of your level up stuff for 10, including you, George, because we'll assume, I guess what's going to happen is everybody long rests, and then do you still have your necklace that does it, Theron?
That's what I'm using.
Okay.
What I can do is, because my elemental was what I'm using instead for my level 5 spell, I can switch that to grid restoration.
Hello.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, either way, I have to long rest first.
Either way, you have to
Right,
long rest.
or-
Yeah,
or
we'll get the necklace back. So the awkward thing is, I guess George isn't going to get the long rest then, but we'll obviously let him level up.
A statue all night.
He's going to be a
Well,
statue all
he's
night.
Yeah.
a statue.
Yeah,
It's restful to be a statue.
you're going to be a statue all night. But you will still be able to level up, George. I will say that. So,
Yeah, it'll have to be after the long rest.
okay. So that'll be a little awkward bit where George will have to be a statue, and then you'll have to spend a spell to then free him of it, and then you all can still level up, but George, unfortunately, won't be getting the benefits of a long rest there. The good news is
Rest
none of
tonight.
you died against our very crazy beholder fight due to all the insane saves you all made, which was freaking incredible. That was very exciting.
You shot us every single time we did anything.
I mean, it was a lot of shots. He has 3 shots around, and he can do 3 shots as legendary actions, which was all the side thing. So, like 6 a turn. I don't know why it's not tracking the votes correctly. Can you guys add them up manually for me? I only have one that it actually got counted on my thing. Well, it says it voted. Let's see. What's going on, Streamlabs? But thank you all for joining us for the session. That is going to close things up here. Let's see what happens if I hit. Yeah, plus controlling 2 characters. That's true. Yeah, Theron might be the real MVP because Mannix got the killing blow, but Mannix was a statue earlier.
Yeah, and it seems split between Mannix, George, and Theron, between like all the votes are going.
Fortunately, something might have happened with my poll. It stopped recording on my end.
3-way tie.
Oh, there
Everybody
it goes.
gets in
Okay. It is Mannix. Got 3 votes.
For the
Mannix,
killing blow. All right.
MVPC for the killing blow, I suppose. Yeah. There you go. Excellent. All right. Thank you all to Reese, Heather, Chris, and Raymond. I'm Eric. We're here doing Tomb of Annihilation every week. And we'll see y'all next time.
This session has got to be some sort of record of like how long
long a
is
fight?
one fight?
This was a
with
boss
one
battle
boss?
right here.
Yeah, this was a boss.
I mean, it was such a weird, like, defensive battle. Like, you guys couldn't do damage,
was.
and you guys were making all the saves. Like, crazy.
Yeah, all the stuff he was doing, he wasn't doing a whole lot of damage. None of us were terribly hurt, except
Yeah.
for one time that like
And petrification was the most effective. Yeah.
Yeah.